So baby, can't even get mad at you. What a thing, you really sweet, and I feel so good, it's true. You're such a good, make my lungs soft, breathing in the air. Through loving you, I really know just how much I care. Give me your love. Preparing for tomorrow, you do what you have to do. I'll share the weight, whatever fate tries to bring to you. Don't worry about no attitude, you just be yourself. Could live with you in solitude and need no one else. Give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love.
Salute to everybody in the building. Late night with Lonny. You know how we give it up. Can they hear me? Of course you can hear me. You know how we give it up. And you know the late nights is more smooth. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna watch a couple clips, chill out. If you want to come through, chill. Sip your beverage. I'll probably take a shot myself to wake up. Yiddy. Anyway, we're gonna play one more song and we're gonna get into the show, man. On my oldies but goodies bag right now, man. And all you copyright niggas, eat a swipe.
Why do I keep my mind on you all the time? And I don't even know you. Why do I feel this way? Thinking about you every day, and I don't even know. Take me in your arms, thrill me with all of your charm, and I take to the sky, loving you more till the day I die. Take to the sky, I want you to be mine, loving you more. If you have anything to do, call me and I will do it for you. And I don't even know. If I only had one wish to give, that wish would be for you to be forever and ever. When I see you on the street, my heart skips a beat, and I take to the sky, just take to the sky, loving you more till the day I die. Take to the sky on a natural high, loving you more. I'm gonna try to do all the things you want me to, if you just give me a chance. I'm trying to make something out of nothing, and I tell you, take me in your arms, fill me with all of your charm, and I'll take to the sky on a natural high, loving you more till the day I die. Take to the sky on a natural high, loving you more. Take to the sky on a natural high, loving you more till the day I die. Take to the sky on a natural high, loving you. Take to the sky on a natural high, loving you more till the day I die. Take to the sky on a natural high, loving you.
All right, y'all, man. That was Bloodstone, man. Bloodstone Natural High, man. You know, and it's Juneteenth. Again, I was raised on oldies but goodies. I know a lot of jams. I was always surrounded by music. Let me put this down. Hold on, y'all. Y'all see the banner? It ain't nothing new. Hold on. Let me get in my bag right quick. Of course, we're gonna watch some videos. I'm probably gonna take another shot. I was out drinking, man. I just know what I want to say. I wasn't feeling it, but what happened was when I went to happy hour with a couple female friends, you know, they wanted me to come out, have a drink with them. One of them just got hired as a therapist, mental therapist. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to celebrate. So I went to the bartender, you know, got a Casamigo margarita, bought a shot for the woman that got a new job. Congratulations. I'm not gonna put her name out there. We having a good time, and then I went to the bartender. I was really in my bag. You know how it is when the DJ cranking, and I was getting a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? And it's always a good look when you're out with ladies because even though we're friends, I'm gonna leave it there. We're friends, not for real. We're friends, and but on the outside looking in, everybody think you the Mac because you got two women with you and they smiling and partying with you in your face. But really, we're just friends. That's why it's always good to have good company. But I went to the bartender and I said, surprise me. And she got the cheese in. Surprise you? Yeah, surprise me. I just want some tequila where they go crazy. And she surprised me. Now it was smooth, kind of sweet. I'm not really a big sweet liquor drinker, but I'm like, okay, it's tasty. Long story short, about 10, 15 minutes after that, yeah, nigga, yeah, bro, that shit hit me, bro. I got sleepy. Went to Taco Bell. I was at the next spot. I fell asleep in the parking lot. I woke up left, right. The fuck? But yeah, that'd be the last time I tell a bartender to surprise me. And she didn't charge me. She didn't put it on my bill. Shout out to her. She must have liked me or something. I don't freaking know. But she didn't charge. She didn't put it on my bill. I easily had a $50 tab, but easy. But it only came out of $24. So that's what's up. So yeah, Juneteenth. I do want to reflect, oldies but goodies, and I just want to appreciate, the journey of the American Negro in this country because it's been a rough one, and we need to start really appreciating our history more. Like for real, man. We appreciate everybody else's history. That's why niggas want to be mixed so much, my nigga. So you got a Mickey. Uh, I wouldn't say a Mickey because I ain't just pass out. I was sleep. This probably did drop a Mickey in my drink, man. I don't fucking know, man. That shit was strong though, but it was strong. Pause. This is gonna sound crazy. It was strong but smooth. Pause. But nevertheless, had a good time. Whatever. I was supposed to go to different spots, but man, that drink, man, put me down a little bit, man. After I ate that Taco Bell in the parking lot, man, I had to fall back, man. I got back up, went to another spot, man, but I was like, nah, I'm just go home and do a fucking show. You know what I'm saying? Juneteenth Eve, you know what I mean? James Hathaway was popping, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for commenting. But yeah, we need to really appreciate our history in this country. We went through a lot of hardships and we still survived. Even though I get it, I'm not dumb at all. They gave us a federal holiday, but they gave the Asians a whole bill. I'm not here to be Mr. Negative. I'm gonna take the wins with the losses. You know what I mean? So we always got to work extra hard, bro. We get a day off in a federal holiday. Meanwhile, another group of people who didn't build anything in this country get a whole bill. But nevertheless, we're gonna have a little bit of fun tonight. We're gonna check out some clips, some videos. So get comfortable. I'm probably gonna take another shot. We're on the late night train again. I'm off tomorrow because it's a federal holiday for Juneteenth. Again, I love my people as Black people, man, and I knew the history from slavery to post slavery to the Reconstruction era to the Depression to Jim Crow to the 70s, 60s, Civil Rights Movement, all of that stuff till we get here today. It's been a hell of a ride. And just like Jewish people, I keep bringing them up because I hate mail, don't run out on fella. Yeah, facts. Lady Snoop, what's up? What's up, baby? I think that's the real Lady Snoop. I'm not sure, but thank you for coming through nevertheless. All those times, all those periods that we went through, I honor that. And I keep bringing up Jewish people because they're the only group of people whose struggle is actually honored. They can complain and struggle and talk about their hardships and all of that and be respectful. When we do, we gotta get the fuck over it. Nah, fuck out of here, nigga. And we built all of this shit. Okay, Lady Snoop. I hope it's you. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, thank you for coming through, baby. Anyway, we're gonna start with we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna start with, I don't know why. I've been really watching OG Percy's interviews lately, and he seemed like a genuine guy. He had a Fort Worth, Texas. OG, brother. OG Crip, Hoover, Five Deuce. I actually heard about OG Percy through Charleston White. They're like arch nemesis, you know what I'm saying? And you know, Charleston White give it up. And I'm like, why I keep talking about this nigga OG Percy? Then I look him up and I'm like, this nigga is entertaining. So we're gonna check out one of his jumps right here, one of his videos. But thank y'all for coming through. Y'all know how we give it up. So let me share this right here. Or should I do it like right here? This makes more sense because you can't see my face anyway. So check this joint out right here. Very entertaining guy.
Percy then cuz, man, I swear to God, niggas knew that was my pet peeve. Don't wake Percy up. Yeah. Niggas will tell you, cuz, don't wake that nigga up, nigga. You wanna fight? Yeah, cause that's my escape. When I'm asleep, I'm not sure. Yeah, you scared. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, man. I'm all in some pussy. I'm at the house, nigga. I'm probably partying. I'm probably in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably somewhere getting high or anything, nigga. I'm not in prison. Yeah. I'm not here. And for a nigga to wake me up or bump me or make some, yeah, man. Cause you know when I wake up, man, you know we finna get that. Yeah. Shit, don't wake me up, niggas. That was my thing. Say, man, besides that, man, you can tell convicts from an inmate to a motherfucking nigga that's just institutionalized. Right. You understand me? But I want to shout out Tales from a Crib, man. Tales from a Crib. I'm sorry, man. I just gotta tell from a crib real quick. Shout out to all them niggas in the penitentiary that know how to cook in themselves, man. Yeah. Boy, shout out to them niggas in the penitentiary. I ain't never talked about this because I know it's a very touchy subject and I get real hungry when I talk about the shit.
Wait a minute, hold on. The nigga said a touchy subject because I get hungry. That's how you know that nigga was, yo. That's how you know that nigga was doing some real time. Nigga says a touchy subject because he get hungry. Niggas get hungry in prison, man. That shit ain't no motherfucking game, man. Niggas bought that food, man. Because they don't eat in the free world. You know what I'm saying? They literally got to make everything out of soups and noodles and shit. Niggas make whole pizzas out of noodles. That's crazy.
Always think, shout out to the women that love that good old penitentiary spread when them niggas come home. You understand me? There's all kinds. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to them niggas that got the coffee cake game down. Say, man, it's a little round cake that these niggas making that motherfucking sale, man. It's like $150 hustle for a nigga even tell you how to make them. Because once a nigga give you the game, it's something you can pick up on and make your own money later on down the line. And it's some shit they buy with some motherfucking some vanilla wafer cookies and shit. Y'all don't look goddamn the cakes. Look coffee cake y'all coming up with and these niggas make them. The niggas used to break me with these motherfuckers. They're $1 or 50 cents a piece, man. And man, them motherfuckers be so goddamn good, man. They don't look like they worth shit. But when you bite one of them motherfuckers, man, if the right nigga make it, yeah. Nigga, it's just wasting. I felt like I had a habit. And the nigga that made them, yeah. I stayed on his day and say, man, you ain't got none today. And I get mad if the nigga didn't have none. Cause I got my money ready. See, I need what them cakes said. Need you get in and put your hand together, nigga. Patty cake, nigga. Make some motherfucking little cakes and that's it, nigga. I need this shit, nigga. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? But say, these niggas, see, let me tell you something about cooking in the set. Everybody can't cook. Me, I never eat the young niggas cooking. You know what I'm saying? It's just like being out here in the world, man. You know the young niggas. Come on, man. They ain't got no type of. They fuck around and give you something and put sugar out on the motherfucker. Yeah. God damn, what's that? Oh, that's that sugar. Sugar? Nobody no motherfucking sugar on their noodles, nigga. God damn, y'all niggas say, then you get some of that shit and shit like it's a soup. Nah, nigga, a motherfucking a chicken and dumpling soup, a soup, nigga. Goddamn, what is that? No, man, I don't eat that watered down ass shit they got in, and they talk about they got tuna and all that shit in there. And it's soupy like that? No, young, no. I'm all right, young. Yeah. But them niggas in that set that know how to cook, sit up in that motherfucker. I know some niggas ain't never went to chow since they been there. They don't eat, they eat in the cell. I'm like, nigga, how you eat in the cell? Nigga, I don't go to chow. I used to hear niggas say that and I thought they were just capping. Right. Nigga, yeah, everybody go to chow. You a motherfucking lie, nigga. You can't tell me you ain't that goddamn rich, nigga. You don't go to chow. You got that much money now. Some niggas they got some money. Some niggas had money before they got there. That money on their books. Them niggas got money. They don't gotta go to chow. But nigga, you eat at the cell, and these niggas buy up so much shit. Shout out to Barlow's, man. Shout out to Barlow's, man. Shout out to Fort Worth Blood Barlow. That's Kool-Aid brother, man. That's Blood Kool-Aid. Barlow's had a goddamn cell. That nigga sell it like you walking in Omar's. When you walk in that nigga store, nigga shit like Iranian store. This nigga got chips, cookies over here, the aisles over here for the chicken. Goddamn, in a sale. Nigga had a sale that looked exactly like a motherfucker, and the nigga could cook. Shout R.I.P. the Big Ant out of Dallas, man. Big Ant, man. Yeah, that nigga was a specialist in the sale. I know. And then I'm tell you about y'all soup ass nigga. Let me get tales from a crib, man. To all you niggas, you know what I'm saying, me? You know, when it's time to pitch in on the soup.
Right.
Let me tell you how convict and institutionalized the system is. You know, you got your soup niggas, your spread niggas, you know what I'm saying, me, you know, and the deluxe spread niggas, the niggas that get big bowls. We call them big bowls.
Right.
You know, shit, nigga, I come in, I got a little bowl, you know, and you look around sometimes, nigga, you know, you got some soups, you know, niggas always say, you know, put in on the spread. You know, I was the nigga that always go to my cell, grab me 2 soups, toss in on the spread. Nigga, I mean, these niggas got, cause I see these niggas spread, these niggas got all type of shit in their shit. They got noodles, chips, them niggas eat good, tomato, tortillas and wrapped up burritos, niggas, yeah. If I throw my 2 soups in every time, I'll never forget this shit right here. Tales from a crib. These niggas goddamn me, I go to put my soup in on the spread one time, and the nigga said, nah, cuz you need more than a soup. Well, that's what I need, 2 more soups. And they said, you ain't got nothing else besides the soup. Shit, I didn't think I never needed nothing else besides the soup.
Right.
You understand me? Now, nigga, say, you know, and these are the spread niggas. You got your soup nigga, which that's me. I got a soup to put in. You got those spread niggas. They got a little extra shit in their shit. They got the chili packs. You know, they got the cheese. You know, they got all the extra shit that go up inside the soup that a nigga don't think about buying when he had commissary because it's a little high. You know, the squeezed cheese and
Right.
yeah, nigga, yeah, go on get that extra shit, nigga. You want me a good spread?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, all you got is a soup. You can't get in on the spread with the spread niggas. Spread niggas putting more than soup. They got chili packs. You know, $2, $3 packs of chili they put in there.
Yeah.
Nigga, you only brought a 50-cent soup. How you gonna eat all with the good shit? You get all the good products in your shit, nigga. You ain't got nothing but a soup. You can't keep doing it. So I found that out one day. Then you got the deluxe spread. We call them the big bowl niggas.
Big bowl niggas.
Big bowl niggas, the spread niggas can get in with them if they want to put their extra shit for the big bowl.
Yeah.
That means we not just making a spread. Big bowl niggas got everything in the bowl. Nigga, they got a side order potatoes right here. Cheese potatoes in there. They got some rice right here on their thing. And they got their spread right here. They got the tortillas right here. This like, god damn. That's a big motherfucking bowl, nigga. Nigga, how can I eat like that? Them niggas eating good in the motherfucker. In these sales, man. Wonder why these niggas, the biggest niggas, they don't even go to the child hop. And so one nigga say, OG Press, man, put in, you know, Big Bowl nigga asked me one time. Big Bowl nigga said, man, you want to get in on the spread? Shit. I'm like, shit. All I got is some soup. You know, I'm a soup nigga. Yeah, come on. Shit, give me 3 or 4. How many you need? 3 or 4? Shit, hurry, I give you 5, nigga. If you trying to put me on the big bowl, nigga.
On the big bowl.
Yeah.
Shit, nigga, I know how y'all eat.
Real quick.
What? Nigga, I already know how these niggas. I see these niggas shit. He said, give me your bowl. Big bowl? Yeah, big bowl. You got a big bowl? Yeah, I got a big bowl. Yeah. Shoot that big bowl after, man. Say, man, nigga, come back. Let me tell y'all niggas something about you eating in the day room ass niggas. Nah, you know, you day room eating ass niggas. Yeah. And I get this nigga my bowl, man. He roll up, you know. And I'm gonna get back to you niggas. You day room eating niggas. But I got the bowl, man. The bowl was shit. They had that rice, you know, and the side on the rice, man. He had it mixed up, like Spanish rice. You know, come straight out the Mexican truck.
Right.
Then the nigga had the goddamn the cheese potatoes on the side. Then I had my motherfucking my noodles right there, which was a goddamn a chili pack put up there. The nigga had the whole goddamn order with the tortillas on there, man. And there's one thing about niggas, man. You know, we gonna eat in the cell, or you can eat in the day room. You got your side order chips and shit. You know, that's big bowling.
Yeah,
that's big bowling, man.
Big bowling.
Oh, nigga, you gonna get full. Nigga, you gonna have so much on the bowl, nigga. You gonna be like, somebody want the rest of this shit. You know what I'm saying, me? Which is a lot of niggas like they're waiting on the bowl. Know if you can't eat it all, and they got a big bowl. A lot of big bowl niggas eat the whole thing, but a lot of them, no shit. Sit there saving. Some niggas sitting around just like this. Nigga waiting. That's some chow hall niggas. And niggas eat that chow hall food. You know, they don't get to eat. You know, they gotta eat that slop down the hall. Shit they put on your plate. You know, look, move on down the line. Shit. Yeah.
One time you said you seen a rat tail in there.
Yeah, old rat tail in that motherfucker. Nigga worms, especially little white worms. What's called look like they little ant-looking worms. The little motherfucker, they stay grubbing whole worm. You know what I'm saying?
Mayonnaise and shit.
Yeah, that little shit. They got all that shit in the food. They don't give a fuck about y'all niggas in TDC. You grow the shit, you pick the shit, you cook the shit, you eat the shit. You hear me? So whatever's in there, one of your partners in the chow hall put it in there. He didn't check your food too good. Then you be eating some beans, nigga, and bite a rock and break your goddamn tooth in that up. You take a plate. You hear me? I say you be eating some beans, nigga, and bite a rock, nigga. And that bitch break your chip your tooth or some shit. Yeah, they got some shit in that chow hall. But say, man, you got niggas that specifically like to go to the day room and eat. You know, you eat chow hall, eating, you know, let me go to the day room because, you know, it's a lot of niggas down there that wish they had big bowls.
Yeah.
And shit, all small bowl, all spread. You know, spread even good. Soup niggas. You know, you eat your soup in the house, or some soup niggas will take their bag and pour water in the little soup thing, eat the soup up out the bag.
God
So they
damn.
got a soup with some Fritos in the motherfucker. You know, we call that the po' man spread. The po' man spread ain't nothing but noodles and Fritos. Shit. You got some hot sauce, nigga, add a little of that. Shit, but that's all coming with that.
Right.
That's po' man soup. It's not a po' man eating. It's a lot of niggas in there. As long as I got a soup, I don't give a fuck. Shit, I'm eating, nigga. You hear me? But you got spread niggas. Spread niggas, they make pizzas and shit.
Spread niggas.
A whole pizza out of motherfucking spread. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. Now, y'all you niggas know how to make the pizza? Now, somebody put the recipe for the pizza on here. The spread pizza, man. Now, I know a lot of y'all just come on and fix up that bullshit, but a lot of y'all say, matter of fact, I seen Go Yayo and them eating the motherfucking spread pizza. They made them a spread pizza. That shit be hitting like a motherfucking bag.
Yeah.
I'm about to make those mother bags. Get us some Cheeto chip bags, man. We're gonna get the big Cheeto bags. We're gonna get us some chip bags, and I'm whip me and Diamond up a pizza spread one day.
Yeah.
When you come over here, we're gonna have that bitch ready. We're gonna bust that whole down with the squeezed cheese on the top and everything. Yeah, y'all gonna be like, God damn, that would look good. Yeah, real top. But those the spread niggas. But the big bowl niggas, they like to come around and sit in the day room and eat in front of your motherfucking body. You understand me? We would call them, you know, the more fortunate than other niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they the more fortunate than the rest of these. And they know it. Shit. But the cold thing about it, these niggas gonna do this every day. Or 2 times a day. Shit. It don't play out, and them niggas eat so, you know, them niggas eating mouth moving and shit, chewing and smacking and all type of shit, letting everybody know they got the big bone
niggas.
Yeah, and everybody, and I'm telling you, it's one thing about being locked up and incarcerated. Nigga, food look good, nigga.
Yeah.
Especially you got a big nigga over there making it look better than what the fuck it look like. Food look good. Anything different from what the fuck I eat in the chow hall, nigga, look good, nigga. That's some good looking ass shit. And these niggas eat that motherfucker in your face, nigga. Won't offer you a motherfucker tortilla or nothing, nigga. Shit, nigga. One thing I said about being locked up, a nigga ain't gotta feed you.
Yeah.
Ain't no grown man job, you know, to feed another man. Nigga gotta feed himself. You understand me? But say, man, yeah, a nigga ain't gotta feed you, man. Shit, you know, shit. One thing about me, when I was locked up, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I wasn't no stingy nigga.
Right.
I wasn't no stingy nigga. I didn't, you know. But one thing about it, you not gonna eat up all my baby mama's goddamn money.
Yeah.
That nigga dead serious too.
Nah. My baby mama, yeah, you're not gonna eat up her hard working money.
Yeah.
Yeah, she out there working hard.
Do you find it come be like Lacan niggas, like, you know what I'm saying, like trying to make you sound sad and shit, start telling you a little depressing story, like, yeah, man, I ain't eat none of that day.
Yeah, we got them bowl boppers.
Oh, bowl boppers.
Yeah, them bowl boppers. That's what a bopper is, huh?
Yeah.
They bopping for the bowl, though.
Yeah, they bopping for the bowl.
Yeah, them bowl boppers. Yeah,
that's what they call them.
Yeah, I call them bowl boppers. Man.
Oh, you got, okay.
Yeah, I call them bowl boppers. You know, and niggas, you know, I always have my own lingo down there. And that's a bad motherfucker. You hear me?
nigga. But yo, I see. Let me tell you what a bowl bop is. Same thing what you was saying, Dom. You know, they try to find their way in your goddamn bowl. Anywhere in your bowl, you got niggas come down there with spoons and a bowl, nigga, with that.
On pause commercial break. You know how he said bowl boppers? Some begging ass niggas trying to find a way in. It's a lot of bowl bopping ass niggas on YouTube too. It's a lot of bowl bopping niggas out here in general. Let me check the chat. Sorry, guys. Who's in the building? Let me put this down right quick. Who in the building, y'all? Bowl boppers. We're going to finish the video. We got other clips too. My man James Hathaway having a lot of conversation. Miss Jen, thank you for coming through, sweetheart. I know it's kind of late, you know what I'm saying? But thank you for always supporting me and showing me that love that you show me. Yo, this nigga James Hathaway going crazy in the comments. Hey, Mo, this nigga wild as shit. Psych L, come on, man. What's up? Why you don't fuck with OG Percy, man? What's up, Psych L? Come on, man. God damn, man. That nigga ain't hurt nobody, man. Yeah. I heard OG Percy was a real nigga though. We gonna finish this video and have a conversation after that. But shout out to you bowl bopping ass niggas. Whole lot of you niggas out here.
Just a bowl bop. You understand me? They asked 3 or 4 niggas for something out they motherfucking bowl. Out they sprayed. Out of anything, nigga. You know, niggas cool with them. You know, say, man, come get you some, man. Get young. Nigga, fix him a spoonful over it, a spoonful over the next spread. Yeah. Next thing you know, nigga got him a whole bowl.
Yeah.
He sitting back there eating like he just came out the cell, mixing the shit up his motherfucking self. Yeah. And then you got some niggas, bowl boppers, you know, some bowl boppers wash the bowls. The bowl washers.
The bowl wash.
The bowl washes, and they get whatever left in the end of the bowl that you want, you know, Sam. Y'all eat everything, get that nigga the bowl, and his job is to get the rest of the leftovers, nigga, and wash the bowl. So whoever had the big spread, them niggas gonna eat that motherfucker long. I don't give a damn, nigga, if it's enough just to wipe your hand around the bowl, nigga, and put it in your mouth, nigga. It's your check, you gotta go wash the bowl after this. Yeah. That little bopping.
Right.
You a bowl bopper. You understand me?
I'm sorry, man. That bowl bopper shit funny as shit. He sound funny as shit. Bowl bopper. You sound like Vision. Don't let that go over your head.
And that's how the story go, man, when it comes to spreading, man. Spreading is a luxury, man. Shout out to all the niggas that come together. Tales from a crib. The biggest spread that ever happened, man, you know, that ever happens in TDC is the holidays. You got goddamn me Christmas. When Christmas come around, you know, they do Thanksgiving. We're gonna say Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is Christmas, it's the Super Bowl of spread time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody get to pitch in. Even the soup niggas get to eat with the big bowl niggas this day. Yeah. Because guess what? Because the soup niggas got something to pitch in today that's worth getting them a big bowl for. Because, you know, on the holidays, they lock the unit down, feed all the blocks because it's gonna be a lot of feeding that day. Goddamn, it's a holiday. Everybody, you know, getting.
So they get what they go.
So what they do? This is what they do.
Yeah.
They you don't get to sit down and eat in the chow house. They give you 2 plates. They give you a plate full of sweet. You know, you get the sweet potato pie, your cake, your everything on that motherfucker. And on this plate, you get your green bologna, your green ham, and your dressing. And shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You head on back down the hall, and they give you a sack lunch to go with it. Goddamn me, some cookies and shit, make you feel like it's a motherfucking holiday. Nigga, what you locked up. Shit, you ain't going home. You just going back to your cell. You just got a lot of food today. A lot of exotic shit that you don't eat through the motherfucking year.
Yeah.
Nigga don't eat turkey. Nigga don't eat dressing. Know what I'm saying? They got that sweet potato pie. Well, hold on, my bad. Ain't no sweet potato pie. That pumpkin pie, nigga.
Yeah.
that motherfucking jack-o'-lantern pie. Yeah, ain't no sweet potato pie. Yeah, you get that jack-o'-lantern pie. You know what I'm saying? They're like, what the fuck is that? And that ain't chicken you eat. Nigga, that's rooster. You get rooster. You get that rooster, and you get that jack-o'-lantern pie. But anyway, you get enough shit to go back down to your cell. And they run it, they gotta run this on every block, so they start feeding early and they lock you down.
Yeah.
And they let you out around the time that the game, they let you go back to your cell, and by the time the game get ready to start. You know, they got down there half you in the field, fed, and they'll let you off your block to come to the day room and watch the football games. The weekend, y'all get to see the Dallas Cowboys act the motherfucking fool.
Goddamn right. Shout out to them Cowboy niggas. Shout out to my Cowboys, nigga. Incredible season coming up. And don't get the hating in the comments, nigga. Stop playing my squad, nigga.
Like they do every goddamn year. Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
I don't want no smart comments either, nigga.
Yeah.
Y'all
This nigga OG Percy trying to be like me. Chill out, wild nigga.
get to see the Dallas Cowboys act a motherfucking fool, nigga. Every Thanksgiving that I was there, nigga.
Yeah, this back in the day.
Hey, no, ain't no back in the day either. Yeah, I've been around since the Danny White days, nigga. I've been around since the Roger Staubach days. So you gotta come on with
damn, you been around for a
I was
while.
doing Roger Staubach was here, Danny White was after him, whatever, Troy Aikman, the goddamn, and so on and so on. So what they got now, I don't know what they got now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that new shit. You know what I'm saying? I was riding with the other until he got hurt. So I guess he out of there for a minute.
That.
Yeah, old Dak. Welcome back, Dak. But anyway, they let you have to watch the game. But in the process of everybody being locked down before you get out for the lockout of the game, everybody can put their little old sack lunch, which you got you a chicken patty, some cookies, you know what I'm saying? Some shit for your lunch, because we won't have nothing, but they won't be serving number one time today. The guards gonna serve their shit, they gonna go home and have their Thanksgiving. You niggas just gonna have to fend for yourself for the rest of the day. But they gonna give you enough food to last you. So what you can do is take your turkey, you know what I'm saying, me, your chicken patty, and whatever, and donate to the big bowl spread, nigga.
Yeah.
Hold on. With your soup, nigga. Don't forget your soup. You gotta have that soup to get in. You gotta have that soup to get in any kind of spread. So niggas will be in that bitch cooking up, man.
Yeah.
And say, man, it's just a, you know, I ain't, like I say, I don't try to glorify prison and make prison sound, you know, goddamn me, fun or nothing. But you know, when you lock down, you gotta know how to put your differences aside, nigga, and live too.
Yeah, you gotta
find a peace of mind in this motherfucker.
Gotcha.
You gotta find a peace of mind. It ain't nobody. No, I'm institutionalized. I ain't gonna. And you got some weak ass niggas done. Nah, I don't get it all. I'm gonna sit there and eat my shit for myself like always. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something, cause the Mexicans,
they have everything.
nigga, what? The Mexicans been saving shit. Them Mexicans been saving up for Thanksgiving before Thanksgiving got here. They got shit that they saved up, man. You know, we're gonna just say that for Thanksgiving spread, you know, for the Thanksgiving. Them Mexicans come, boy. When they come out to the day room, you know how niggas is. Now, niggas, one thing I can say about blacks, I ain't gonna say niggas, about brothers.
Yeah.
Brothers of color, for some reason that day, niggas find it hard to fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, some niggas put their differences to the side and, you know, say, man, what y'all need over there? What I got on? And some niggas come out they locker and get to put in that. Yeah, man. Start grabbing everything they can, man, trying to donate to the spread. You know, even the stingy niggas, the greedy niggas, the niggas that don't never share nothing with a nigga all motherfucking year.
Yeah.
You'll see him going there and contribute some good shit. You know, I say good shit, you know, like nigga get the whole summer sausages, you know what I'm saying? Cut up the whole song, shut the whole hot link packages, and shit, you looking at shit that goddamn. You ain't never seen, nigga ain't never had nothing like that to put in the spread.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And the cold thing about it, it's a variety of spreads that day. You know, you got the chicken spread over here, you got the turkey spread over here, you got the chili spread right here, you got the tuna spread in this motherfucker, you got the tortilla spread going down. Here you got big pizzas, niggas making pizzas over here. You dig what I'm saying? It's going down. And a coffee cake, man. The cake man, he didn't went crazy. Shit, you know, it's coffee cake day. He got extra shit on his. He didn't spicing it up a little bit, say it's going down. And the same thing comes around on Christmas. Christmas is more jollier, you know. Christmas niggas really giving out more shit.
Right.
You know. But those seasons right there, man, while you locked up, man, if you don't never get to enjoy a good spread the whole time you down there, you will get that spread. If you contribute in, you put in on the motherfucker, which the majority of niggas do, cause shit, niggas like shit, fuck that. They know it's gonna, and everybody get to use their big bowl that day.
Right.
It's that much food in that motherfucker. Nobody using a little bowl. Everybody bring their big bowl out because it's time to eat, niggas. It's time to eat. It's up. Niggas eating good. The Mexicans, shit. They're like they having about 5 quinceañeras over there in one day. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans like they got having about 5 quinceañeras in one day.
Yeah.
Say, then you got the white boys over there. They not lacking. You know they didn't came together like the Jews, the Gentiles.
Shout out to OG Percy, man. That was good, man. That was good, man. Shout out to them big bowl niggas. You did. Nah, put the spotlight on me. So, since we speaking about spreads and shit, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I got a story for everything. I'm a podcaster, right? So listen. He said, thank God I'm a free man. That nigga James Hathaway going crazy. So look, it was one time I was at my uncle's house. Now, keep in mind, my uncle got 2 girls. He got 2 daughters. You know what I'm saying? They both older than me. They're my older cousins. And I was chilling over there. And one of my cousin's boyfriends was staying over. Now, he ain't been locked up for a while, but he one of them niggas that be in and out of jail. He be in and out of jail, and he's a cool nigga, though. I mean, they ain't together now. They ain't been together for a while, but, you know, he's still cool. Still on Facebook, Instagram, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, we smoking, we had shit. My older cousins sleep, you know, they sisters, they sleep. So me and homeboy, we in the living room, high as hell, playing Madden and shit. So the nigga stopped the game and said, "You hungry?" I said, "Nigga, hell yeah." We smoked about 2-3 J's. My eyes are bloodshot red. Said, "You hungry?" Hell yeah. I think this nigga about to go in there and put a pizza in the oven. You know, regular shit. You know what I'm saying? Throw some Tyson chicken tenders in the oven, some wild shit. This nigga goes in there, right? This is the first time I seen a nigga make a spread. He go in there. He got some chips. He got some pickles, some Miracle Whip, and some other shit. Now I'm watching this nigga, right? The nigga took some Glad wrap, put it down. He was like, "I know this shit look crazy, but this shit gonna be good as a motherfucker." I said, "Okay, my nigga." You know what I'm saying? I'm watching. I'm like, I never seen mayo and pickles, and this nigga put some noodles in the microwave. This nigga got a whole faction going on. I never seen this before. I forgot what chips, James. I forgot fucking chips. What fucking chips was they? Was it Cheetos, Doritos? I think they might have been Doritos. So yeah, got the mayo, shit in the oven, got the fucking noodle. I'm like, this nigga got noodles in the oven. Miracle Whip out here with some Glad wrap and some pickles and some. I said, man, this nigga high as hell. I ain't over to eat this shit. So we get to making this shit. When I say this nigga was like a nigga in Burger King, focus. Got the Glad wrap, put the mayo down, got the noodles out, take the chips, breaking it up and shit. I'm intrigued. Top of the AM, Aaron. Thank you for coming through, bro. Thank you for coming through, my brother. So yeah, he get the spread and mayo and shit. It's like 2 a.m. I'm high as shit looking at this nigga like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Then I don't know if he put some in the fridge. He didn't put that in the fridge. He let it sit. He said, just let it sit right quick. I think we played one more game of Madden and we came back. He took a knife and got to cutting that shit up. Got to eating that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? This shit look crazy. He said, bro, just taste it. I said, all right. So he cut me a square. Man, I taste that shit. I said, this shit good as shit, man. What the fuck is this? Bro, I said, young, what the fuck is this? I told you. Man, we ate that young. We was full. That shit filled me up. And we was high as hell. That's the first time I ever had a spread. I didn't know what the fuck he was doing. But one thing about them jail niggas, see, when you in a cell, when you in a situation where you gotta finish survive, my nigga, you gonna figure shit out. Man, I done seen videos of niggas put boiling water in fucking Cheeto bags. I seen a nigga put newspaper in the microwave for 20 minutes. I'm like, yo, these niggas is creative. fucking tuna and noodles and oysters. I'm like, yo, it's some real jail shit. But niggas really be eating it, and it be good. And niggas get full. And that's why niggas be like so swole, because niggas be eating that shit and then they go work out. Nigga go up there and nigga eat that and go do 100 burpees. You feel me? Good protein. It's actually in the free world. That's pretty cheap, man. They eating real cheap shit. They eating real fucking good. Oh, how rude of me, man. I always forget to do this, man. I'm always in my motherfucking bag. I don't even put the motherfucking link in case somebody want to join. Again, this is no pressure. It's late at night. Y'all probably just want to hear a nigga ramble. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got to join, but I just want to have it out there in case y'all want to. You know what I'm saying? It's Juneteenth. We all off tomorrow, right? It's a federal holiday. Let me see. It's a federal holiday. I'd rather take a bill, but you know, I'm not just gonna make this about complaining, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it was a finesse move. You know, Juneteenth is long overdue, and niggas need to thank millennials. You know, niggas always got millennials. I ain't gonna say that, but niggas always got shit to say about millennials. But we really make shit happen. You know, we got the courage a lot of generations didn't have. I mean, some of their generations had it. The Malcolm X's. You know, Generation X kind of was the usher in. You know, generation right before us. They kind of ushered in, you know, the rebel spirit. That's how we have hip hop today. Well, that's how we have rap. No, it's hip hop because Generation X did start hip hop. That's how we have hip hop and rap. You know, rebelling against the popular senses. You know, gangster rap. All this Generation X shit. Tupac, Generation X, Beanie Siegel. All these niggas are Generation X who laid that platform, but there's still some Generation X niggas that's out back. But it's the millennial niggas that make shit happen, and we the ones, and you gotta give us our just due, that make this a federal holiday for black folks. And let's use Juneteenth actually not just as a day off, niggas. Okay, actually reflect on the history of black Americans in America. But anyway, he said, James Hathaway said it's a series on YouTube called Struggle Plates about rappers that make spreads. Y'all want to check that out? Y'all want to check that out? Struggle Plates. Well, Jen, you know what I'm saying? I just appreciate you rocking out, sweetheart, coming through the, you know, the fuck with me at this time of the hour. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. So if you want to go to sleep, you know what I'm saying, do what you got to do, you know what I'm saying? I just appreciate you coming through. But anyway, and female veteran, you know, Fave. First of all, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. It's been a while. I haven't seen you around these parts in a while. You know, you used to always show me love, comment, say hey. Hey, Lonny. You used to always do that. I haven't seen you for a few shows. Maybe you've been busy. I don't want to rehash no old things, but I know me and somebody, you know, had some differences. I didn't know if, you know, because I know you really support that side. You know, I don't know if that had anything to do with you not being over here. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say hello. Haven't seen you in a while, and thank you for coming through. Rap and hip hop are two different genres nowadays. You got Blueface generation and Silk the Shocker generation. Well, both of them are trash. We ain't gonna just use Silk the Shocker because he older. That nigga was trash too. But I get what you're saying. Hip hop and rap are two different genres. Hip hop is the bomba dang diggy diggy bomb boogie bonga bonga bang diggy diggy. You know what I'm saying? You know, we's all the breaks. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Yeah, that's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Rap is the shit we hear now. Well, rap is, you know, the Death Row, the Biggie, the Bad Boy era, all of that shit. You know, State Property, Dipset. That's rap. You know what I'm saying? They are two different things. You know what I'm saying? Master P and them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, Quick Vic. First of all, thank you for coming through. I have a conversation. I'm watching everything, Quick Vic. I think it was last week you were on the King Tro platform, and you and a couple of women who I won't say right now, a couple of women got into it, and I ain't gonna say they exposed you because the proof hasn't been out. I didn't hear the proof, but you were saying some things after you apologized, which was a very genuine apology for saying some things that you had no business saying. But they were talking about you talking crazy about, hanging certain people, and you had voiceovers. If you want to come up, you gotta show your face in them. But if you just want to come up and talk about that, I really appreciate that, because that sounded a little crazy. That shit went left last week at the King Troll jump, bro. You know what I'm saying? Lonny, you're always going live when I'm live. Well, you're right. You're right, Faye. Okay. I'll take that. Because you have been in your bag lately dropping content. So, okay. I'll take that. We're always live at the same time. You apologize to Megan tonight. Why you apologize to Megan? Why she? That was a long time ago. Even if that was a long time ago, Quick Vic, like what sector, what do y'all be talking about? Like what, like why is that even a topic? I don't know, but okay. I don't have any proof on you. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna let that ride. But I don't know why you apologize to Megan. I definitely want to know why. Why does she deserve an apology? No disrespect to Megan, because she has supported me, but why she deserve an apology? Niggas talking about struggle place, though. I might want to check that out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. Shout out to my jail niggas, man. My cousin, I ain't gonna say his name. I remember I was 17 years old. First time I saw my cousin, he did 21 years, bro. I was 17. It was Thanksgiving. I was high as hell. You know how it is on Thanksgiving when you got that nice plate, especially being in high school. That's when you're really high. You know what I'm saying? Smoking that mid. High school, and I was eating a big plate, macaroni and cheese, fried chicken. Just going in watching the game. And my cousin, I ain't seen him. The only time I've ever seen him in my life was like through glass. I go to visit him in prison. Because, that whole DC area. And that's what I want to do as well. We're going to check out some of this Alpo shit as well. We're going to listen to some Alpo stuff and just give you a little sight of how New York City and Washington, D.C. Came together in his experience in Washington, D.C. But before I get to that, I saw my cousin Moochie, man. It was a great thing. I hugged him. You know what I'm saying? I was 17 years old. And I remember I used to always, you know what I'm saying, see him when he was in jail when I was like 5 and 6. And every time my aunties and my older cousins and my brothers would babysit me, they'd be like, all right, I'm going to call Moochie. I'm going to call Moochie. I said his name. Fuck. Anyway, well, it's already out. So they said, yeah, I'm gonna call Moochie. And I used to straighten him, like, no, don't call him. Long story short, it was good to see him. And I can just tell when a nigga has been in jail, their whole demeanor is different, bro. One thing I know about jail niggas, they can talk to you. They talk all day, and they ain't for no motherfucking games. They got anything you say, they got an angle on it. No matter what you say, bro, they got something to feed back on that. Like, because I guess because they be incarcerated, they have nothing else to do but think all day. You know what I'm saying? But I remember I was riding with my cousin one time. He kind of fresh out. He like a couple months out, few months out. I'm riding with him. This nigga stopping at every McDonald's he see getting quarter pounders. Like, like I had to realize, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was in his 40s. Now he's, you know what I'm saying, time's been bad. That's like 2011. Time went by. He's he's a citizen now. He's regular, 40, mid 40s, you know what I'm saying? Late 40s, got kids, working hard. Now he kind of get to the world. Still a hood nigga, but to the world. But when he first got out, this nigga would have the same go-go song cranking over and over. That's one. I put your Gucci watch on, synchronize the time, and let's rock. It's that old go-go, that Chuck Brown, you know what I'm saying? So he ain't been out in a while, so he's playing that same song over and over. And I lie to you not, every McDonald's my nigga seen, he stopped there and got a quarter pounder. So you want one? I said, nigga, hell yeah. But after like the third one, I'm like, I'm good. But I had to understand that he was institutionalized. He's been in jail over 15 years. So he's coming back into the world. You know what I'm saying? And when he was when we would see women, like this girl could be skinny like a toothpick. Man, that girl fat as a motherfucker. Is she that? Hey, shorty, she fat as a motherfucker. I'm looking, I'm like, where's the ass? I don't see no cheeks. You know what I'm saying? But again, he hasn't really been around women like I've been in the free world. He hasn't. So around that time, you know, he was getting adjusted to everything. You know what I'm saying? It was just an experience that I'd never forget. You know what I'm saying? And again, I love my big cousin, man. You're a cool nigga, man. But what we're gonna do is check out this Alpo audio. Jen, you still up? What you thinking about? What's on your mind, Jen? Why you make that face? Talk to me while I pull up this interview. What's going on, Jen? I don't like that. What you thinking about? Let's see. Alpo interview. We want to check that out. We ain't doing shit anyway, right? None of y'all niggas got work tomorrow. Make me another drink. Oh, this shit long as a motherfucker. We ain't probably gonna listen to this whole shit. We gonna stop doing all that shit, man. But it's a long ass interview. I ain't gonna lie though, man. The nigga Alpo was a great talker though. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got time to listen to that whole shit. Keep it a brick. And you know, I did hear some rumors that Alpo had a party in DC and he still run DC. Listen, everybody. I hate to bust everybody's bubble. Alpo, of course, did again. This is way before my era, but Alpo did hold weight in Washington D.C. for a little bit. But you have to understand, it was a bunch of killers in Washington D.C. It was a point where Alpo did get shot up by some 501 niggas. You probably don't know this hood. You're not from the area, of course you don't. And he didn't get back at him. Not saying that was sucker shit. He might have just took that L because he's in a new city. And yeah, because he thought it was sweet. Buying niggas cars and everything. And DC niggas are some of the grimiest niggas on the side of the earth. But of course, eventually he smartened up and started learning the ways, and he got Wayne Perry on his team, and that's how he held some power. But all of this, he had a party when he got out in DC, and he still no, absolutely not. I'm not saying he's banned from the city. I'm not telling nobody they're banned from anything because I don't run shit. But from the old heads I know and then the niggas that's active, my nigga, I'll post a plate in Washington, D.C. I'll just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about any other city. In Harlem, he might be good in Harlem. Even though I know a lot of niggas don't like him in Harlem because of what he did to Rich. Not only because of the snitching shit. Now, real niggas are everywhere. Niggas don't really fuck with that snitching shit. But because of what he did to Rich, a lot of niggas in Harlem ain't feeling that. Contrary to popular belief. I got connections up there a little bit. Bronx, South Bronx, Harlem area, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, nevertheless, he did have a story in Washington, D.C., and he did hold some weight. He did have some power. You have 1 hour open right now. Well, listen, Jen. Just close your eyes and just listen to my voice. I'm not trying to be smooth or try to bag you, play run game. I'm really dead serious. just relax, just have me on the background and fall asleep. Appreciate it, man. You have a great night as well. You know what I'm saying? This nigga said busting loose. He said he playing busting loose, ordering the number 3. Nah, he was playing Gucci Watch by Chuck Brown and them. But if the quarter pounders are number 3, then he damn sure, or he was punishing them Jones. But you gotta understand, James, he ain't had McDonald's and all that type of shit in years. I didn't understand it back then, but I understand it now as I got older and being around more jail niggas. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get this interview. Let's have a discussion, man.
I met the kid AZ.
Produced by Contracts Productions
This is when I
for
met
Feds
AZ. I wanted to step
Magazine.
to him. I found out who he was, and I stepped to him because I heard he was the young cat up there getting it. So I want to step into him and talking to him like, yo, this is who I am. Because like I told you earlier, I didn't have no problem.
That's right.
With asking people for some work and putting me down.
Right.
I want to step into him. He's like, yo, come see me.
I heard about you, you know. So I said, all right. And this is when he had 145th Street.
All right.
145th Street, 7th Avenue, the jukebox. You know, and AZ was young, and AZ was getting it. He was getting it. He was the young kid busting out with the Audis, and this is when they had the Audi. This is when the Audi 4000s was popular. So he wound up. You know, I didn't see him no more. I was waiting for him to get back to me. So I was still doing my thing. I was eating. You know, I wound up stepping the A at that time. I remember it was on 139th Street and 7th Avenue over there by the Wendy. They used to have the games on Lenox Avenue. So I went there, I asked him this and that, and I knew what he was into. And I told him, I said, yo, I'm on the east side, because I started hustling around my mother's way again, too. So I said, yo, I'm on the east side. Can you give me some bottles?
Contracts, Productions.
You know, because I knew he was into the bottles for $10 and all that. I said, yo, can you give me some bottles?
All right.
This was the powder thing. No crack. This was the powder thing. So he was kind of reluctant at first. He didn't really, but he told me to get back with him. So, you know, you tell me that, I'm going to get back with you. So I got back with him. One thing led to another. I wound up getting bottles from him, and he wound up hitting me.
Okay.
He wound up hitting me, and I took him to the east side, and I was doing a little something over there. I was eating. So I started doing a little something. I was flipping the bottles. It wasn't what I was used to, but my brother was grinding. He was doing his thing.
That's right.
Waiting for opportunity again. So I kept on coming back at him. He was like, damn, you flipping these like that? I said, yo, I'm doing all right. But, you know, I had money saved up, so even if I wasn't flipping it, I was just taking the money out of my stash and paying him to have him believe that I was flipping it like that. So I wound up stepping to him, telling him, like, yo, man, you know, I got a little store over there I'm trying to get. We can go half on it, whatever, and we could do something. So he was like, yo, all right. So he said, yo, go ahead and get the store, and I got you. So I went up and I got the store, whatever. Gave the man like $10,000 or something like that. And I had the little store over there for a little while. But the east side, you know, it wasn't really like the west side. It was cool, but the money wasn't there like that around there. They wasn't used to spending $10 on some coke and all that around there. So it was all right. So that wasn't really coming fast enough for me. So I stepped to him again. I said, yo, man. Put me down with you, man. Let me be a part of your crew. You know, this day I stepped to him. He had the jukebox for it, but he was starting something new on 34th Street between 7th and Lenox.
Okay.
He was starting a new spot over there, and I stepped to him. I was like, "Yo, man, let me be down with you." And this day I stepped to him. Some dudes had shot at him or stepped to him about something.
Okay.
Now this is how I got in with A. This is how I really became like down with him. Because the other thing, I was just getting hit from him. But this is how I became down with him. I stepped to him on 34th Street. It was at night, and he had a couple of his little, I'm not even going to call them soldiers. He had a couple of his little workers around him and all that. And some dudes had shot at him or tried to stick them up or something. And he was telling me this, and he was getting frustrated. And I was like, yeah, whatever. He was upset about it. So I was like, yo, what you going to do? And he was like, yo, we gonna go find them cats. We going to this, that. I said, well, bet. I said, just give me 15, 20 minutes. I got to shoot back to the east side, get my guns. And I'm back over here.
Okay.
So I do all that. You know, everybody do their thing. His little workers, they go get whatever little guns they got, wherever they got them at. And so I was the only one that came back. Me and another person, you know, came back. And I'm the only one that came back. And like another guy. So I came back with 2 guns blazing. I said, well, let's go do this, man.
Okay.
So we wound up looking for the dudes, and we wound up finding them. And we wound up finding one of them, and we wound up busting him down in order, but he got into his building or whatever, so we couldn't get to him in order. But we wound up letting him know, like, yo, we busting our Contracts
Productions,
and we was trying to kill this kid, and that's how I got in. And he took a liking to that and put me down with him. So now I'm running with him. After that day, I'm down with him as one of his soldiers.
Okay.
You know, I'm there. I'm working. So I see opportunity. So I said, okay, this is where I need to be. This is where I need to be. This is who I need to work with. This is who I need to impress. This is who I need to get up under. So I ain't got no problem with that, man. I know how to grind. I started from the bottom. So I wound up getting with him, and I truly have to say and give all you know, to AZ. When I met A, I've never looked back. I'm going to give him that. It's definitely everything I've achieved as far as in the game and this and that was definitely because of A. So now we in 34th Street, we 45th Street. And I'm down with him, and I'm doing all dirty work. And, you know, I'm taking care of, you know, if dudes is, you know, I don't know if you remember this kid named Travis, you know, he had put this kid Travis down with him. And the kid Travis was slipping his own bottles up in the spot, and AZ knew. One thing about A, he knew his work, man. He knew what he should get, what he shouldn't get.
Produced by Contracts Productions.
He's also used to send people to go buy his stuff to see if it was being switched. And we found out that this kid Travis was switching up the bottles. So make a long story short with that, we wound up beating the kid Travis down. Who wound up beating the kid down? Me. I wound up beating the kid Travis down, trying to throw him out the second floor window. Because, he robbing from my man A. That's right. And I got to let you know you can't do this.
So, goddamn, right now, if you're lost where we're at, this is Alpo. If you've ever seen the movie Paid in Full, I think my boy James Hathaway said in the comment section that Cameron did an excellent job playing him. And you're goddamn right. Actually, Cameron saved Alpo's career as a hood legend. I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna keep the interview going. I know it's very interesting. He saved him because Alpo was already labeled as a rat. I love Harlem, but Harlem does have a lot of people that have snitched. Nicky Barnes. Well, not a lot of people. I just know Nicky Barnes and Alpo. They say AZ, but Anyway, and there has been people in DC to snitch. Rayful Edmond, he snitched. So, we ain't playing that whole city versus city game. We're just talking about men in general. But yes, Alpo is Cameron played Alpo and Paid in Full. This is who the movie is based around. That character is this man right here. And he saved him because Alpo almost fell into the trenches as just another nigga who snitched. A street nigga that had it, fly and all of that had it and snitched. But when Cameron brought him to life again and Paid in Full, keep in mind this came out in 2002. I was like 8 around that time. I didn't know who these niggas was. You know what I'm saying? But I remember my father, he brought the movie from Blockbuster. Yeah, Blockbuster, my nigga. He said, watch this with me. I said, what's that, Pop? He said, back in the days in the 80s, there was a lot of stuff, drug stuff going on. And again, Alpo was in DC. Now, DC was the murder capital in the 80s, especially mid to late 80s, early 90s. California kind of caught up with the whole gangbanging shit, but mid to late 80s, Washington, D.C. was the murder capital due to a lot of drugs and a lot of money. And people from different, especially New York, would come down. Unfortunately, a lot of New York niggas left in body bags, unfortunately. But a lot of the other New York niggas, like Demencio, you guys, if you're from New York, Demencio is from Brooklyn. Good nigga. He's well loved in Washington, D.C. And actually, Alpo had him set up, this guy right here had him set up and killed in Washington, D.C. It's a park in Northwest. Where that is? It's by Howard. Where is it? Where that hood? I ain't got the hood right now, but it's uptown and it's by a basketball court, and they call it the Ghost of Demencio. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, Alpo had him killed because I think Demencio was messing with his girl or something. Because Alpo was really soft for women. I mean, that's just who he was. It is what it is. But yeah. So this is the character that Cameron played in Paid in Full.
So I tried to throw the kid out the window and all that, and we didn't succeed. I was trying to.
And it was crazy that a New Yorker killed another New Yorker in another city. That's how dirty the game was back in the day.
Tie his neck up. I was trying to tie this joint around his neck and throw him out the window and let him hang. Okay. So we didn't succeed, so we wound up beating him down and all that. So we got rid of him. So that was Dad. And I used to be the person that, AZ used to put me through he used to test me a lot of little times. He used to, he would give me a certain amount of bricks or whatever and tell me, go bottle them up. I was getting in positions like that where he was trusting me with the work and telling me to go bottle it up.
You were actually bottling up whole bricks?
Huh?
Whole bricks?
Yeah, whole bricks. Yeah, A didn't play that. A didn't play bottle up this, and you had to bottle up the whole brick. Because the spot, not just 34th, but 45th Street was moving so quickly at times. It was doing 2-3 bricks a day.
How much was that bottled up?
Bottled up, that was probably about, one brick was probably seeing.
Produced by Contracts Productions.
For one brick. So that was a lot of bottles. So I used to take it to my mother's house sometimes, bottle it up. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was still with Mama. I used to go back to Mama Duke's house and all that.
Right.
And I used to do my thing there. I had other little apartments that I used to do. So he was hitting me with the bricks, saying, yo, bottle this up, call me when you finish. Or he would come. So like I said, he was trusting me with the work, and I was I was working my way in position. So I was always with him, you know what I mean, doing my thing and all that. We started getting real popular as far as people started saying like, yo,
Produced by Contracts Productions.
Yeah, them kids is getting it because they seen AZ had the Audis and the little Benzes and all that. and this car, that car. And then, you know, so they started hearing about it. They said, yo, that jukebox is getting money. And people started seeing the lines and this and that. I mean, it was ridiculous. Again, it was ridiculous. Like, we used to tell customers, yo, wait on the other side. And that's how come you had to bottle up everything once we got it, because you could never give it a time where they was going to wait. You couldn't have the customers waiting too long. You had to always be ready for them. I mean, they was coming like that. You figure we was giving up almost close to a half a gram for $10. $10. No cut, straight raw.
Produced by Contracts
No
Productions.
cut, no chaser, straight off the brick into the bottle. Coming straight off the brick into the bottles, man. And we was bottling it up. And like I said, he used to put me through Littleton, but I seen the bigger picture, so there was no reason for me. And I wasn't trifling like that, where I had to stash bottles and this and that. I was happy.
Right.
You know, he was treating me good. I was happy in my position. I seen the bigger picture.
Right.
So there was no reason for me to be petty like that, because he wasn't petty with me.
Right.
A was a good dude, man. I mean, A was a good dude. Not until now that I seen the pettiness, but back then he was a good dude, and he was allowing me to eat. So that was that, and so now the jukebox getting real popular. So now the stick-up kids come out. The stick-up kids started to come out. You know what I mean? They starting to come out, and they robbed the spot. They hit the spot a couple of times.
Okay.
They hit the spot a couple of times, so that was really becoming a concern of AZ's. He was really getting frustrated that they kept on coming.
Feds magazine.
So that was becoming a concern for AZ.
Yeah, that was coming.
Now I know you guys hearing the name AZ. That's who Wood Harris and paid him for. Who knows Ace Boogie. That's AZ.
A big concern. That was becoming a concern for AZ, because he wasn't really used to dealing with that, and they used to come in and close the gate and just rob everything that was in there. You know, take the bottles, the money, and nobody never got killed when they used to come stick us up. So I stepped, hey, like, yo, hey, we got to put a stop to this. And, you know, I'm quickly thinking murder.
Okay.
We gotta put the murder game down. So we wound up finding out who's setting it up. So we wound up snatching one kid up and throwing him in a van.
Okay.
And making him tell us who the other stick-up kids were.
Okay.
So he wound up doing that, and we didn't kill him that day. We didn't kill him that day, and
We didn't kill him that day.
and I was basically in charge of this mission.
All right.
Because I was putting it down like that. So I wound up recruiting 2 dudes. I wound up recruiting 2 other dudes, and
Produced
we
by
took care of the
Contracts
situation.
Productions.
Okay.
we the ones who were sticking up, the ones who we caught up to, they got it. The ones who we didn't, they either in jail or they never came back again once they seen that their friends was falling.
All right, I got you.
Yeah, once they said their friends was falling, and locations that the bodies was, a couple of bodies fell on like 145th Street and 8th Avenue.
You got charged with a few bodies over there?
Oh, well, we get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, we get to that. So we took care of it, and the stick up thing stopped. After that, of course, the stick up kids, they stopped coming, and but AZ was really concerned because it was like getting out of hand. He kind of felt it was getting out of hand, and he felt that, you know, this just not worth it to me no more. And so that's when he started to really put more focus on 34th Street.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm. So where'd you take it from there?
Okay, so he started to put more focus on 34th Street. So now he has to make a decision, like, who is he going to leave? Because 45th Street is still getting money. It's not as much as when he first started, but it's still good money. So now, like I said, going back, AZ was putting focus on 34th Street now because he didn't really want to deal with the drama of 45th Street. So he had an apartment that we used to do things in Lenox Terrace, right across the street from the spot he was starting to build up on 34th Street. He called like a little semi-meeting amongst like his brother and the kid Stanley and all that, and he asked them, like, do they want the spot? But they were so used to being, you know, basically like spoon-fed that they wasn't ready to leave the nest. And A was like the nest and the comfort. They wasn't ready to leave from up under him. So they was like saying, no, we're going to stay down here with you, A, on 34th Street and start this new spot. And they was used to that. They liked that.
Okay.
And the kid Stanley was like, nah, I don't want it, you know, or too many problems up there. So when it came to me, I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was
Produced
the day
by Contracts
when
Productions.
Poe was doing his thing. So he said, all right, well, then it's yours, man. This is what you do. You know what to do because you've been down a while now, so you know how to do it. You know this and that. So we had an agreement that he would see about 10,000, 15,000 off of every something like every brick or something, like 10,000 off every brick, because he was still giving me. I didn't have a connect yet. That's why he give me bricks and all that. So my money was funny.
Okay.
And now I know I got me a gold mine now, because I still seen the gold mine, and I was willing to protect it at any means necessary.
Okay.
And if it was taking somebody's life and killing somebody because they wanted to come take what I was doing, then so be it.
Okay.
So I knew I wasn't gonna really be up at the spot like that, because I thought I was past that hanging. So what I did was I got with some kids from the area up there. The kid name was Jay. He was pretty known up around that area, so I knew. Because I'm saying to myself, as A is telling me he's gonna give me the spot, I'm saying to myself, okay, now I gotta put my own crew together and get a crew up in here, because everybody else gonna want to go with A and hustle with A.
That's right.
So I gotta get my own crew together. So I was thinking about bringing some East Side dudes up there, but then I said, no, you gotta get some dudes from around the area to avoid problems. So the kid Kato introduced me to the kid Jay, so I met the kid Jay, and I was like, yo, this is what's happening. I got 40-50, I got the jukebox. I'll put you down, and whoever else you put under you, that's on you. You know what I mean? That's your crew. But I'm just dealing with him. You follow me?
I'll follow you.
So my thing is with him. So AZ's giving me the coke, whatever, for a little while. So I'm just going along with it, because it's respect that he gave me this. So it's only right that I make sure he sees some money out of it, and it's still almost like his spot, but I'm running it.
Okay.
So he's giving me the coke and all that, and I got the kid Jay down. So what he's giving me, I'm hitting the kid Jay. So give you an example. If AZ was paying, like, I think at the time 14 for a brick, he was charging me. If he was paying 14, 15, he was charging me 25 for the joint. I was giving it to the kid for 35, because it's my spot. To him, it's my spot. I'm paying for the bottles. I'm paying for every loss. I'm paying for the coke and all that. All you doing is making sure that the money's right and the work is getting put in there right. A getting his little 10, 12. I'm getting my little 10, 12. Then the kids, he's seeing his little 15 or whatever, and then he paying the crew and all that. That's all he got to do is pay the crew.
Right.
Well, how many other dudes he got down with him?
Right.
So everybody's getting money. So this goes on for a little while. I save up enough money to start doing my own thing now.
Hey, Rich Mo, you funny as shit. Don't think I ain't watching you, wild nigga, talking about what's popping Kermit.
My own bricks.
That's right.
So I remember going with A a couple of times to the Connect and all that. So I wound up seeing the Connect. So they still thinking AZ got something to do with 45th Street, and they used to come see him around there. So they come around there, and then they see me now. They're like, yo, what's up, man? I was like, no, what's up? What's up with y'all? You trying to do something? One thing led to another. I wind up dealing with them.
Okay.
So now I step to A, and I'm like, yo, this is what's happening, man. I saved up enough money. I'm starting to see Raymond. I'm starting to go see them and this and that. So his 34th Street is starting to pump too. So he's like, yo, whatever, man. You go ahead. That's your thing. So eventually I just fade him out, and he don't get no more money from 45th Street.
Right.
And he's cool with that, because he wasn't greedy for money. So he's cool with his 34th Street thing, because that's starting to do like a brick a day, a brick every 2 days. So 45th Street becomes all mine now. 45th Street is mine now.
Okay.
No one getting no money out of there but me and the kid Jay. And
It's
so
a
I got the kid Jay
contract
down. The
production
kid Jay
for
is
Feds
good.
Magazine.
He happy. He on. He rolling. 40-50 done pick back up, because I'm getting, I'm getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bricks now from the kids. So we flooding 40-50 again. It's back to where A had it at. But nothing good ever, nothing like that ever lasts forever. So people started opening up like crack spots around there. But if they was opening up crack spots, we didn't really care about that. As long as they wasn't opening up no powder coke thing type thing.
Right.
So one thing led to another. Little beef started coming. The money started getting kind of low. The kid Jay started getting kind of conniving, and I say conniving as far as, I used to get a lot of little phone calls like, yo, because he used to have this kid down with him named Manny. So I used to get a lot of little phone calls like, yo, Manny had to jump out the cab, and he left 2 bricks in the cab. Police got this, police got that. So I started losing.
Yo, how the fuck a nigga leave 2 bricks in a cab? I get it. Maybe niggas was on him. The cops pull over, putting one of them jumps. He's trying to get the fuck out the spot, but goddamn, 2 bricks? Nigga, good luck explaining that to the plug.
Money.
Right.
That kind of like faded out. And so again, I started seeing the bigger picture, like, yo, I'm losing money. It's not really worth it to me no more up here.
Right.
So in that whole thing, before the end to 45th Street for me, we gonna jump into to a Rich situation, okay?
Okay.
Me and Rich, like I said, when he came home after that year in prison, I think it was for a pistol. We hooked up. We became cool, real cool. You know, it was so, you know, the best way to put it is that I was filling that spot that LA had left.
Okay.
Because it was Rich in LA. Anybody you asked, it was all about Rich in LA back in the 80s and all that.
Okay.
Again, if you don't know who Rich is, so we know AZ is Ace Boogie. That's Wood Harris. Alpo, of course, who's talking right now, was Cameron, Rico. Alpo, Rico. And Rich, who was Mitch Makai Pfeiffer, who's no longer with us. That's who Rich is. Well, Makai Pfeiffer's with us. the character he played is no longer with us. Rest in peace, Rich.
And now what'd you say?
I said I was filling that spot.
Okay.
Basically, if you really looked at it, people who knew about Rich in LA, I was filling that spot that LA had left.
Okay.
Because he got killed.
How did he get killed?
LA got killed outside of the rooftop. He got shot up outside of the rooftop. This when the rooftop was real popular, like '85. Again, me and Rich's relationship became real strong, man. We became like the best of buddies and all that. I mean,
It's a contract production for Feds Magazine.
Really understand is that all three of us was doing our own thing.
Okay.
You know, we were all doing our own thing, but it wasn't no problem if A needed whatever kind of money, or if Rich needed, or if I needed. It wasn't no problem for me to come to these dudes and be like, yo, let me get that, man. I need that for something. So in Rich and I's friendship, you know, we used to like a lot of the same cars. You know, we was like some of the first young dudes to bust out with the convertible BMs, and all three of us were the ones who first came out when they switched over to the new Jeeps.
Okay.
We was the first ones with them. You know, me and A bust out with the 7s.
Black and white?
Yeah, the 735s.
Okay.
I remember we bust out with them, and I.
Did y'all pay cash?
Huh?
Did y'all pay cash?
Oh, every car we had was cash.
Every car.
We had titles to everything. We didn't know nothing about finance. No, out of 55 cars, only one was ever financed for me, and I was trying to build some credit for somebody.
Okay.
So yeah, we bust out with the 7s, and because A went and bought a black joint.
Okay.
So then I seen Josh, man, I'm going to get me one too. So I like the black joint too. So when I came through 132nd Street with my black joint, he seen the joint. He pulled me over. He was like, yo, Paul, you know, we both got black joints. We, you know, ain't no reason for
Produced by Contrast
black joints. And it made sense to what he said. So I didn't know, he was going to get the black joint.
Okay.
But I already had ordered it, so I went and got out. And it didn't make no difference to me if he had a black joint, I had a black joint. I didn't really care.
Okay.
So anyway, being after A's my man, I said, okay, no problem. So I went back to the car dealer, gave the man a little extra $500. I said, yo, give me another color. Give me a white joint with some blue seats. He had a white joint with some blue seats there. I said, well, give me that joint.
Okay.
So I got the white joint with the blue seats. So I came back and I got more attention with that joint.
Okay.
So the joints was hot.
Okay.
The big 7s, man, we was the first two young cats with them.
Okay.
The 735 with no other young cat. These joints was about 55,000 at that time.
That's right.
And we bust out cash with them joints. So
It's a contract production for Feds
in
Magazine.
In doing that, I was hooked up with 16th Street then. So they was I had my own motorcycle. So they was going out of town. Matter of fact, they was making a trip to Myrtle Beach, taking the bikes down there for bike weekend.
Okay.
So we threw our bikes on the back trailers and all that. I had my 7. Me and the kid Stan, Rich and A didn't want to go, so the kid Stanley said, "Yo, I'll go with you, Cole."
Okay.
So I wasn't really a highway driver, you know. I like riding in the city front and checking out the hookers and all that. But I ain't feel like driving no 13 hours down to no damn Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
But I wanted to break my joint in and all that, so they had their Benzes and all that down there. And they was older than them. They had their Benzes and their BMs and all that. So I said, man, I'm gonna take my 7, brand new joint, get some mileage on this joint.
Okay.
So we go down to Myrtle Beach with them. There was a bunch of us. We go down there, Stanley driving. So we get down there. So it's morning time when we get down there. I'm checking out the scenery. All this is leading up to how I got to D.C.
Okay.
I'm checking out the scenery and all that. And at Myrtle.
So as we can hear, all them stories he told you before was all Harlem, all New York City, all Harlem. Now he's slowly walking you guys through how we got to Washington, D.C. Now, granted, Alpo was always a soldier, but he really didn't become violent to this killer that we all know until he came to Washington, D.C. Why? It's not nothing to be proud of, but unfortunately, and to this day, it's a little more milder now because they're really trying to gentrify the city, even though DC is still rough. They just had a shooting. I just saw a video where some niggas at a gas station was shooting at some police, shooting at the police, and they still ain't get caught, but I digress. DC was a very violent city at that time, and there was a lot of murder, which he'll tell you himself. And that's when the birth of the killer Alpo really came into play.
Beach, I'm saying, man, I'm thinking I'm gonna see hookers, and I'm thinking I'm gonna see the females.
Right.
I said, man, I don't like this.
I
tell Stanley, I said, yo, man, I'm out of here. I'm going to this Virginia Beach thing that I heard about happening down in Virginia, man.
Okay.
So the day we got to Myrtle Beach, that same day, I said, yo, you feel like driving? Now he got to drive like another 6 hours back towards Virginia Beach.
Okay.
So he said, yo, and Stanley was that kind of driver, and so he said, yo,
Yellow Jesus, salute.
No problem. So I left Darnell and all them cats down, and then I left them down in Myrtle Beach, and I broke out.
Okay.
They had my bike or whatever. I rolled up out of there. Me and Stanley went to Virginia Beach, just me and him. So now we rolling up in Virginia Beach early in the morning. It's about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. Off the hook. We roll up in there with that white joint with the white piping and the white rims. So we roll up in the town with that joint. And at this time, Stanley's driving the car at the time. I'm just in the passenger seat. We roll up in this town. Everybody's looking at whoever's out in the morning getting breakfast or going to the restaurants. They looking at these joints. These two young cats coming up in here, and we like, man, what the hell? Where the hell is everybody? So we don't really know nobody on there. We don't know what's happening. So we wind up getting a room. And this was the first year. I think this was '86 for me or something. '87. We wake up. It's around 4, 5 o'clock in the evening now. The joint is jam-packed. It was like 7, 8 girls to like every one dude.
Damn.
So now, in that, I met some DC cats down there.
Okay.
And I met some DC cats down there at the time because they seen the joint, young, out of towner, getting money. So I met them and we exchanged numbers or whatever. And they told me about this. They told me about this Patti LaBelle thing that was happening. King's Dominion.
Okay.
So again, Rich and them, they wasn't really trying to go nowhere like that. No, they was more to staying in Harlem.
Okay.
So I told A, I said, yo, hey, let me hold that 190, man, and with the Louis Vuitton seats and all that. So I took that joint down to Patti LaBelle, to the Patti LaBelle show.
Okay.
I had Gucci stuff from Dapper Dan.
That's right.
So they never seen none of that stuff in a car and all that. So and I had that 190, and I'm young, and
Produced
I'm pushing that joint. They like New York tags. Anytime I went to any of them events, I made sure I had New York tags.
New York tags.
Wasn't no Jersey, none of that crap. New York tags. So that was my first like out of town experience. So in that, I met some girls from DC because they was really on the Gucci jackets that I had in the Louis Vuitton. So they stepped to me and was like, "Well, what's your name?" This and that. I told them where I was from. Blase, blase. One thing led to another. We exchanged numbers. They the ones that told me, "Say, yo, the end of August, the last weekend or whatever, Virginia Beach be having this thing."
Okay.
So that's how I got there. So we invite them up to New York. So we like, yo, man, they come to New York. We gotta lay the script down. Let them know we doing our thing up here.
Okay.
So me and Rich, we decide, yo, we gonna buy some Porsches. So we had this dude out in the Porsche dealer in Jersey. So we went out there, and that's when the new 944 turbos was coming out.
Okay.
And they also weren't convertibles, but they were new.
Okay.
They were new joints. They were just hitting the market. They wanted like 40 for each joint or something. So we was like, yo,
it's a contract production for Feds
the
Magazine.
Burgundy, what he liked. I wanted a black one, but again, they didn't have it ready for that day, and we wasn't trying to wait. So I seen a silver one with some like burgundy seats, and the color combination was cool. And I just visioned it with some silver BBs on there and all that. And Rich joint was gonna have some burgundy joints. So we had about 70, 75 in a bag. And they wanted like anywhere from 35 to 40,000 for each joint. Okay. So we was like, yo, here's 75 for 2 joints right now. And it was like, bet. So now we ready. We got new joints. They're gonna see. They're gonna be like, okay, we messing with some ballers.
Okay.
So and the weekend went beautiful. They had a wonderful time.
Okay.
And they went back to DC. Okay. So now they back in DC, so I'm keeping in contact with the girl Karen. Rich is keeping in contact with the girl Inga. So now that's what 45th. So 45th Street is starting to just really become a headache to me now. Okay. So I'm starting to say to myself, you know what? I'm about to leave this thing alone. So in the process of doing that, I go down to DC. The girl Karen invites me down to DC, and I go on down there. I put my jewelry together, and I go on down there by myself, and I'm getting familiar with everybody. When I'm in DC for a little while, I'm in DC with the girl Karen because she know everybody. Everybody know her because she used to mess with some serious ballers in that town. So I'm in there. So I come to find out that they think I'm the police down there because she takes me up to this place called the Florida Avenue Grill where back then everyone used to go eat.
The Florida Avenue Grill to this day is still out there now. Ain't nobody really going there. It was more of a, 80s, 90s, that little type of era, but it was a golden place, a staple for the underworld, for the street life in Washington, D.C. So right now he's explaining his experience in Washington, D.C. This is crazy, man.
And if you was a baller, you go there to eat and get your car washed. So they started whispering and all that. Amongst the whispers, she has an uncle that found out that, that dude you with, a lot of these dudes think he's a federal agent, but in the same time, I don't know that this kid named Red Jack from the east side that I used to look up to as far as in the hustling game, he's down there also with this kid that we wind up killing later on. He's down there with him getting money. And he's down there with him getting money. And he starts hearing that I'm down there. He starts letting them know, like, the kid out for now, ain't nothing police about him.
Contracts,
he's doing his thing up in New York and this and that. He's legit. If he's down here, he's trying to come down here. He started telling me, if he's down here, he's trying to come down here and do some things and all that. So down there at the time, what was real popular was the Chevy Blazers, the little joints. Okay. Two-door Chevy Blazers. A lot of dudes had them joints. So those were real popular down there. So I said, man, I'm gonna get me one of them joints and just blend right in. So now I got me a new truck. So they really looking like, he was just down here with a Porsche. That's in the shop. Now he got a truck. Right. So again, my name is getting popular, and I meet this kid named Fat Rodney. Me and him became real cool. He got killed later on, but me and him became real cool. So I wound up hooking up with this kid named Cliff Cobbs. Okay. He come from a real known neighborhood in D.C. Okay. And a lot of people respected him and his brother Roy and that whole little crew. It was a whole little crew of them. Because D.C., they quick for their guns, man. Okay. They kill you in a minute, especially if they know you from out of town. So I wound up staying with the girl Karen.
Now, he says something right there. DC was at a point known as Death City, also Chocolate City, because Howard University's there. And I ain't gonna lie, I hate to brag, but I've been to LA, I've been to Miami. Miami got some nice women too. I've been to Atlanta, all that, but I've been to New York. But Washington, DC, I ain't gonna lie, has some of the most beautiful women on the planet. And Howard University, all of that. It was popping. It still is popping, but quick for their guns. And if you know anything about Washington, D.C. and rappers, they don't really have the best relationship out of town rappers, unless you real. Who got pressed out? The Migos, when they were first popping, they got, I ain't gonna say they got beat up, but they got, outnumbered at Stadium. That's when Stadium was popping, the strip club. Drake had an altercation out there. Chief Keef was beefing with Shy Glizzy. They got into it out there. Who else? It was somebody else at the club. Somebody else in the club at Stadium. It was another rapper that ran into some problems. But Washington, D.C., we're not personally, me, I'm a rare breed. Again, I was raised in PG County, but I'm from D.C. You know what I'm saying? My family, my father's from D.C. I happen to be raised out PG. Not too far from the city, but not in the city. It's kind of like Compton in LA. You guys don't know where Suitland is. But it's like a suburb right outside of Washington, D.C. But Washington, D.C. has never really been further out of town. I've always been different. I was always type like to travel, experience different things, meet different people, network, things like that. But a lot of people in the DMV area, well, it's a little different now because of social media, but the average DC person is not too fond of outsiders. and New Yorkers especially.
And her family, and I wound up just giving 40-50 to the kid Jay. Now my thing is out of town, and I'm a wholesaler.
Okay.
So I wound up getting a couple of $100,000 out of my stash. I didn't deal no more with blocks and things of that nature. I wound up just going down there being a wholesaler.
Okay.
And
correct, Richmond. When Quavo got his chain snatched, that was in Washington D.C. That was at a stadium strip club. You know, even Drake put at the stadium. What song was that? That song was like 2012, 2013 though. At the stadium in D.C., still tipping, man. What song was that Drake was on? That's gonna come up later. I ain't got it right now, but yeah, that's when Stadium was popping.
Again, I was seeing anywhere. At first, I was seeing like maybe 6,000 off of every brick. Then, you know, as prices and other people start coming into the town and all that, I wound up seeing maybe 4. And then it got to a point I was seeing anywhere from the lowest it got was anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000.
Okay.
Off a brick, and that was good for me because sometimes I would go to DC with 30 bricks and sell them all in one day. Whew. Yeah, because I had
God damn, 30 bricks in one day.
I had anywhere from 10 to 15 good customers because I was giving it to them at a good price. Because if DC was letting them go, if someone had them in DC for 21, 22, I was letting them go for 18. So in all of that, I wound up meeting some other cats. This young cat by the name of Pop, and this other cat's name and the process of putting coke in that town, I wound up meeting some cats named Kirk Bone.
Okay.
This fat kid named Kirk Bone. Rafe, the kid Rafe, he was a well-known. He was like one of the biggest cats coming up out of D.
There go your boy Rafer. He talking about Rich. Talking about Rafer. Oh, who else he talking about? Oh yeah, Kirk Bone. He got still a known factor in Washington D.C. from North Langston. He from the northeast side, I think. Kirk Bone and them. Tomorrow I might do another video about Spark Ears. He's from Washington, D.C. Now, the video with Spark is actually the video that helped me go viral on YouTube. Matter of fact, you can check this interview out whenever you leave here when I stop streaming. It's my most popular video. It's 2 parts. Spark is basically explaining his experience with Alpo in Washington, D.C. I definitely have that in my video section. You can check that out after here.
DC.
Okay.
He doing life now in prison, but I want to meet him. And, you know, when he went to jail, that's when I really, basically almost like really took over the town. So I wind up, so things started getting kind of crazy for me. I was into, like my little man Pop, I was introduced to him by some other cats.
Now I keep pausing because I really want to explain this. I don't want to just have this playing and not keep you guys in the loop if you don't know. Now Pop, is known as Shorty Pop. Gully TV did a video on him. Shorty Pop was 15 murdering niggas. It was a lot of little murderers like that, but he was the main person out there murdering. He was part of the Junkyard Band when they got signed to Def Jam. It's like the old back in the days, like old 80s. That's when Junkyard was the first go-go band. Well, not too many go-go bands signed major deals anyway, but they were one of the first go-go bands to be signed to Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? The only band to be signed to Def Jam, and Shorty Pop was with him. But Shorty Pop was young. He died at the age of like 2021, but he was murdering niggas at 15. Like he was laying niggas down at 15. So yeah, this is who Alpo was talking about when he's saying Pop.
And he was a young, wild 15-year-old kid coming out Southeast that was killing anything moving. And he just wanted to be up under somebody that was going to look out for him. Okay. So I wound up taking him up under my wing and looking out for him. And
my father's from Southeast, by the way. Yeah, Shorty Pop is from Southeast. So Southeast is the grimiest part of Washington, D.C. Now, don't get it fucked up, because a lot of niggas think Southeast, and think the rest of the city's sweet. This is how niggas end up hurt. Uptown, which is Northwest, it's in the middle. They're kind of known for fashion, you know what I'm saying? But they get it into it's parts of Northwest that's real grimy. Shout out to 3500, 640 Rock Creek, that whole little side over there, Quebec Street, all of that over there is pretty grimy. But Northwest is kind of like, you know, what people know Washington, D.C. as. But of course, you got slum areas. Northeast, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Fat Trail, one of my favorite rappers, not just because he's from D.C., but Fat Trail's from Northeast. Yeah, he's probably the most popular rapper that you guys know of from DC. He's from Northeast. Northeast is pretty grimy too. You know what I'm saying? Southwest, I don't really know too much about Southwest DC. It's kind of near the Virginia borderline. There is a hood called 106. They're very popular, but Southwest niggas is kind of known to be chill. You know what I'm saying? Out the way for real. And of course, the heart of it is Southeast, where Shy Glitz is from. Actually, 37th. Damn. 37th is not too far from my dad's old neighborhood around Greenway. So yeah, that's probably the most grittiest part of Washington D.C. But they all give it up though.
And through him, I wound up meeting another cat named Wayne Perry. Okay. Now this kid here, I mean, he had the town on lock, and I mean, he had the town locked on fear and was putting his murder game down. You hear me? Anyone who mentioned his name knew when they mentioned his name, they mentioned murder in the same sentence because he was about his work. And didn't have no problem with talking about it and telling everybody and didn't care. And if you tried to go testify or tell on him, he was getting you. So the young kid Pop wound up coming to me saying, yo, my man is in jail, this and that. So his bail was like something, I think I had to pay like 10%, which was like $10,000. Okay. I wound up giving up the whole $10,000 because I seen the bigger picture. Right. I said, if I get this kid out and the reputation that he has, then all that'll come on my side. Right. So I wound up giving up the whole 10, and it was a 10 well worth it. So I wound up getting him out. I didn't really step to him as soon as I got him out. I just let it be known to my little man. We wound up
15-year-old man know him?
Because my little man had an uncle that knew him. Okay. So my little man had the reputation of being wild and about his business. So his uncle was wild too, my little man's uncle. And him and the kid Wayne knew each other. Okay. So, and then Wayne, that's how he met him, and Wayne knew what my little man was about. So, you know, killers respect killers and all that type of thing. So we wound up hooking up, and we became real tight, me and the kid Wayne. And, you know, I got a lot of negative feedback. A lot of people were like, yo, we ain't really trying to mess with you like that because you got the kid Wayne running with you. Because a lot of dudes was scared of this dude. You know, it was little things going around like, yo, if you go get coke from the kid Poe after you get the coke, he puts the kid Wayne in them on you. So a lot of dudes were scared, but they was just doing that because they were scared of him, and they was really upset to see him out of jail. Right. So they was like, you know, they was hoping he stay in jail. Right. So they really feared this dude, and this kid was a real good dude, man. He was a loyal dude, man, and again, so he really respected that I got him out, and he felt that I owed him. Okay. He felt that he owed me. So one thing led to another, and he became I'm not going to say my lieutenant because he didn't really have anything to do with my business. He had something to do with it, but he didn't handle the drugs and none of that stuff. He handled more of the security aspect of it. Like if it was time to put the murder game down, or if someone was getting disrespectful, you know, or if someone was trying to come at me, or then that's when he stepped in. I had to trust him, but I just always said the less he knows about as far as where my stashes are, where I'm keeping the money, right, things that the better it is. Because I always said, well, I'm worth more him alive than dead. Right. Because if he don't know where the money's at or the stash at, why would he ever want to bring harm to me when I'm feeding him? Right. So I became real strong in D.C. along with my own rep from New York, and now with him, we became real strong in the town as far as like, yo, they dangerous. And I pretty much had the town I pretty much had that small town on lock for a good period of time, man. It was like, because we went at a lot of the dudes that was supposedly holding it down.
You say you went after them. What do you mean?
When I say I went after them, because a lot of people were starting to talk about, well, we got to get rid of the kid Pope because he's getting too much money and he's not even from here.
I did hear you got shot.
I got shot because they was trying to kidnap me in D.C. My little man, I had a little dude. This little dude is the dude that killed Rich with me. He was getting money too. He was one of my best customers. He was really holding it. He had a beef with another crew, and we couldn't really get at them because they knew us, and they knew how we was coming and all that. So we had to hire like a ally. And this kid he volunteered to be the ally, but he wound up being a statistic. The day I was supposed to meet him up at this car wash, because I had bought these cars and I had these guns for him. The day I was supposed to meet him up at this car wash, he had other plans. They was going to try to kidnap me. Okay. So we'll just leave it at that. They was gonna try to kidnap me, and I wound up getting hit that day.
You wound up getting hit?
Yeah, I wound up getting hit in my ribs. The only thing that saved me, like I said, the only thing that saved me that day, because I was going to get this girl, the only thing that saved me that day was that as I'm talking to this dude, he looks over my shoulder. And when he looked over my shoulder, I followed his eyes. And when I followed his eyes, I seen about 4 dudes coming to try to grab me.
Okay.
And I start running. Next thing I know, I feel bullets and all that coming past my head and hitting off the wall and all that. And one caught me in the ribs.
That's when you figured, hey, put Wayne Perry in effect.
Yeah, that's what I figured, because he was already.
So as I stated earlier, Alpo was shot by some 501 niggas. He's telling you the 501 nigga story right now. They tried to kidnap him. Through the grace of God, he looked over his shoulder because he probably wouldn't be here to this day to tell his story. But yeah.
Yeah, but then I just said, okay, now it's really just time to just bring him closer.
Okay.
And because like I said, he knew everybody, everyone that was about that conniving, trifling, killing people for this and that.
Like, what was the downfall?
The downfall for that whole thing is like, again, it was a domino effect. The whole thing was, you know, Richard's family, which is Peanut,
okay,
Nathaniel Watkins, okay, he told on me. Him and his girl told on me, and they told on me because Peanut one time needed like 125 grams for like a good customer that he had, and he couldn't wait.
Okay.
So Richard called me and said, "Yo, Pro, do me a favor, man. I'm not gonna come see you, and take care of him, and I'll take care of you when you come to New York."
Okay.
So I did that for Rich. I did that for Rich. I took care. So I called, and we wound up hooking up, and his cousin comes to D.C. to get that.
Okay.
Several months later, his little organization down there get busted. So they wind up getting like crazy time. And now, after this, Richard is dead. And the only thing I ever did with his cousin was that 125 grams. You follow me?
I follow you.
They wind up telling the feds that I was their supplier, that I done shipped over 500 keys to Virginia for them. But I was the man, that I was their connect. Because Rich is dead now, so now they got to come up with a better story. So they wind up putting everything on me, and I wind up getting a complaint against me and a federal warrant put on me. So now I'm on the run for the next 2-3 years from that case down there.
But you were still able to be in D.C.?
Yeah.
On the run?
On the run. Man, let me tell you something. I was, where my man Wayne was located at in Southwest, so he was in Southwest, I was 2 blocks away from the federal building when they was looking for me.
You just stayed in the house?
Huh?
You just stayed in the house?
No, I wasn't in the house. I was on the block outside.
On the block outside?
2 blocks away from the federal building. They didn't know where I was at.
Now, why did you kill Richard?
Rich, the question to everybody with that, Rich.
Okay, Rich.
The reason why Richard, okay, I had a connect. I had a young Dominican connect off of Broadway. And, you know, he wasn't really in position at the time when I was really dealing with him to really front me crazy. You know, he would front me 1 or 2, but he wasn't really in a position where, you know, we wanted him to front us like, you know, 50, 60, 100 keys. We didn't want to put up no money. We want you to front us, and we'll pay you when we, you know, get the drugs. Or if we got 100 from you, we'll put up some of the money and we'll pay you the rest. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we don't have to go in the stash for our money. So my connect wasn't in position at the time like that. And Richard was dealing with his connect that he met when he did that year in prison. He met a connect when he did that year in the Bronx house. So this kid was hitting him lovely, but then it stopped. The kid caught a dry spell. Since you ain't got nobody getting no drugs, deal with my man. He'll give you a good price, and the money I'm bringing from out of town, you know, we'll hit him. And when he starts fronting us the drugs, you let me know, because I had other connects. I had like 2 or 3 other connects that I was able to deal with too. So the time came where he was going to start fronting us the coke.
Okay.
But I was out of town. Since I was out of town, he wasn't able to catch up to me. It was easy for him to just deal with Rich.
Right.
Give it to Rich and let Rich give it to me.
Right.
So that's what happened. If he gave 100, I was supposed to get 50. You know what I mean? At the same price that he was charging Rich, I was supposed to get it for that price too.
Right.
But before this came along, I was already dealing with Rich with his connect. So if his connect was charging whatever, I didn't have no problem with Rich making $1,000, $2,000 off of me, because I was coming to spend $300,000-$400,000 with him. But now my connect is giving it from 12, 13. My original connect is giving it for 12, 13, and I'm supposed to get half of that at that price. But Rich got me thinking that the coke that I'm getting from him is still coming from his connect. So then I wound up bumping into my connect because I wound up staying up there a couple of days, and I wound up running into my connect.
Okay.
So I bumped into him. So I said, "Yo, what's up, man?" I said, "Yo, what's up, man? When are you gonna start, looking out for a brother, man?"
Okay.
He was like, "What you talking about, Pope?" I said, "Man, you know what the hell I'm talking about. When you gonna start fronting us this and that?" And he had a lot of respect for me. I had a lot of respect for him. And so I said, "Yo, so he's like, yo, what are you talking about?" I just gave Rich like 60 joints. This time he had just gave Rich like 60 bricks. Okay. And 30 of those bricks were mine.
Okay.
So I'm saying, "No, you didn't. You didn't. Rich got coke from his man." He said, "Man, Pope, I'm telling you, man." I said, "Oh, yeah?" I said, "Yeah, all right, man." And he described them. And I remember I had just got these round joints from Rich that were real good. And I think they had like Reagan or somebody on them. Okay. They were real, real good, man. And he described it to me and everything. Okay. So I said, "Yo, all right." I said, "Yo, we never had this conversation, man." So I didn't really say much about it. I just had in my mind like, damn, Rich getting over on me like that. So I didn't say nothing to him the first time. So I went back down to DC to get rid of my bricks and all that. And I had developed a relationship with a dude that just started off as one of my customers. Me and him have built a relationship where we became like real tight, like me and Rich in New York. This kid was me and Rich in DC.
Okay. What was his name?
His name was Gary.
Gary.
Yeah, little Gary.
Is that the one that they say got his dick cut off?
Yeah, that's the one they say got his dick cut off, yeah.
Was that a situation from you?
Yeah.
That was?
I wound up killing little Gary later on.
Mm.
This kid was good. He was probably about 3 years younger than me. He was a murderer too. He was about his murder game.
Okay.
This was my little man. So I went back down to DC, man, and I told my little man, I said, "Yo, man." This dude Rich up in New York, man. And he knew Rich from me bringing him to New York because we used to do the firework thing in New York.
Okay.
Every 4th of July, I used to spend like 10, 15,000 with these guineas downtown and get me like a truck full of fireworks and come back to my neighborhood and blow it all up and all that.
Okay.
Around 105th Street. And this time I did it around 102nd Street with Rich and all that. And I brought my little man, because they never seen nothing like that being in D.C. They couldn't really do stuff like that. So I brought him to New York to show him how we live up there and all that.
Okay.
So he wanted me and Rich in that process and all that. So this day I went back to D.C. I said, "Yo, man, this dude here, man. I just found out this dude is jerking me, man." He's like, "What are you talking about, Paul?" I said, "Man, this dude getting the bricks from my man. I'm supposed to get half at this price. And he charging me this price because I'm thinking it's still coming from his connect." Mm-hmm. And first thing come out, he's my man, let's kill him, man. Mm-hmm. I was like, "Nah, just hold up for me. Let me think about this thing." So I wound up calling Rich. I said, "Yo, Rich, everything all right? Your man back on?" So I'm just checking. I said, "Your man back on?" He said, "Oh yeah, my man just gave me some more joints. You coming up?" I said, "Yeah, I'll be there." Okay. I said, "All right." I told my little man, I said, "Yo, we going to New York, man, and we gonna go see Rich." No, first I went to New York. I took care of my business with him. I spent about $500,000 with him, and got my bricks and all that. And I think he was getting them from. He was also getting bricks from like Fritz and them. I don't know if you ever heard of the kid Fritz.
Yeah, I heard of Fritz.
Yeah, Fritz was getting boatloads of that stuff. I wound up taking it back to DC. So I'm still not saying nothing. So I'm saying my little man, I said, "Yo, man, that's it, man. I'm going back to New York."
Magazine.
I said, "Yo, I'm gonna ask Rich. I'm gonna step to him because I'm really like just fed up with it now." I said, "Yo, I'm gonna ask Rich who he got that coke from. This last thing I got, who he getting this coke from? And if he lied to me again, that's it. It's over.
Okay.
I'm taking him out." So now I told my little man this. I'm saying, "Yo, you come." I said, "Yo, we gonna go to New York." I had just got me a customized van. I just bought me a customized van. Them big joints with the TV and the bed and all that.
Okay.
So I had just bought one of those, and it was up there in the shop getting the system done and all that. So I told my little man, I said, "Yo, we gonna go to New York. We're gonna fly to New York. I'm gonna get with Rich, and I'm gonna find out what the hell is going on."
Okay.
So one thing led to another, and I don't want to go into all, but did I? The question is, did I have anything? Did I kill Rich?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I killed Rich.
How'd that come about? You just put, because everything on the street said that a limousine pulled up.
Huh?
A limousine pulled up and put Richard in the car or something like that.
That's what they said?
Yeah.
No. That's what that didn't happen. That's for them to see later on. That's what that didn't happen. That's what. Okay. That didn't happen. But I know the thing is, did I kill Rich? And yes, I killed Rich. Why did I kill him? It wasn't personal. It was business. I'm gonna tell you this, because Rich, like I told you, like the story I threw with the connect and all that. Rich, he was lying to me about something that there was no reason to lie to me about, and in my mind, it just told me that if this little bit of money can come between what I thought was a wonderful relationship and a friendship, then no telling what you might sell me down the line for. And I gave him the opportunity to tell me the truth, not once but twice. So when I already came with the plan with my little man, and like, yo, if he lied to me, we just gonna do what we need to do. Then that's what happened. Did I kill the little brother? No, I did. That was, you know who that was, right?
Right.
You know who that was?
Right. They said it was Preacher.
No, they didn't. That's who it was. They got not just Preacher, but Richard's uncle Apple.
Right.
They did that. And what made it seem like I had something to do with it is because where I left Richard, the boy's body was found almost in that same whole City Island area.
Now, they said you carried the body all the way from Harlem to City Island? Yeah. You wasn't afraid?
No. I mean, once that first murder, once you take care of that first murder in your life, it's like really, and not that this is a good thing that I'm saying, but once you do it once, it's like everything else is. No, I wasn't afraid. No, the answer is no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't afraid. I mean, I was doing what I had to do, Antoine.
Okay.
Definitely got killed in that area, and his body was definitely taken up to around City Island.
Okay.
He got hit twice. It was just he felt something, man, because I'll tell you this, his hand was on the doorknob. I had to pry his hand from the doorknob because it locked on the doorknob.
All right, so far we into it, right? He just explained how he Alpo, how he killed Rich. Technically, he didn't kill Rich. He was driving, and Big Head Gary killed Rich. So in the movie, it made it on Paid in Full. It made it like they was arguing and they got the wrestling, and no, that was all Hollywood. That was Hollywood. What happened was Alpo was driving. Rich was in the front seat, and Big Head Gary was in the back. And I guess Alpo gave him the signal, and Big Head Gary shot him twice. So in all, it was a DC guy that pulled the trigger. It was a DC guy, a DC person, a DC man, or if you want to be in street terms, a DC nigga that killed Rich Porter. And Alpo lined it up. Some sick shit, man. Let's continue.
Locked on the door now?
Yeah, he was trying to get up out of there.
They also said that he scratched your neck.
That's a false. He never scratched. Richard, first of all, Richard never seen it coming, really. He couldn't have scratched my neck because I was the driver, and my little man took care of everything else. And he didn't scratch me. How I got my neck scratched, and it's not they said it. I believe AZ said my neck.
Right, AZ said it.
Yeah, I believe AZ said my neck. Hold on. Richard didn't scratch my neck. Richard never even seen it coming. Richard never even laid a hand on me. He never knew what was happening.
Now, how'd your little man get killed now?
Little Gary got killed in D.C. And it wasn't because he helped me out with the Rich thing and all that. Oh yeah, by the way, I got my money back that Rich jerked me out of. You want to put that?
Okay.
Definitely got my money back.
Did you hear the? Did you hear the snickle? Come on. Man, this is a cold nigga right here, bro. Alpo, man, is a fucking psychopath. I ain't saying they was best friends, but damn, bro. They were close. And took his life like that, bro. And just snickered about that shit, man. It's an interesting character. It's an interesting person, man.
How'd you do that? Well, remember, I just got hit with a bunch of bricks from him. Right. That I was supposed to bring the money back for. Right. I kept that. Oh, you kept that? Yeah, I got close to what he was beating me for back. Okay.
Facts Willie podcast.
My little man
all for some bread that don't got no value.
It came a thing with him where he was he was a short kind of guy. He was about 5'1", 5'2", real slim in the body and a real big head. Okay. But he was getting money though. People didn't know he was getting money. At that time, he was probably holding about $1 million, $2 million, and people didn't know that he was holding like that. He was getting it, and he had a real short man complex. Okay. Okay, and like I said, we wasn't just business partners. I knew a lot of his business. I knew his family. He knew my family in D.C. and in New York. You know, I knew his son's mother. I knew where he laid his head. He knew where I laid my head sometimes. You know, I knew some of his stashes. He knew some of my stashes. We became real close. So, and he was also the one with me with Rich. Okay. So we had a lot of secrets on one another. And he had the short man complex, and he started to become real jealous with me as far as through the people, because the people used to, since I was Alpo, people used to see him with me all the time and think he was working for me. Right. Because not until I came to DC really, he started coming out with like Benzes and all, because he seen what I was doing, so he started busting out with little Benzes and all that type of 300 coupes and all that. Right. And I always had the reputation if you let me your car, Antoine, automatically that was my car. Right. That was my car. And then if they seen you with it, like, oh yeah, he driving Poe car. So time went on. One day, me and him and one of his workers would sit at a table at a restaurant having a sandwich, and he called my wife a bitch. He called my wife a bitch because he was like, man, you still with that crazy bitch? And I just looked over at him, and I could have took it a little better if it was just me and him. But one of his workers was there. Right. And I kind of like gave him that look like, yo, you really disrespected me right now. And so he seen her. She was coming to look for me down Southwest because she knew I hung out down there. So the kid, Gary, seen her. He was like, yo, there go that bitch. Look at that bitch. Who she looking for? She must be looking for Poe. And my man Wayne heard him say this. And he beat me. He beat me then. He was like, yo, Gary was down here talking trash about you and he disrespected your wife. I was going to kill him right there. But I said, let me get with you first. Because I was like, no, I still got love for the kid. No, he's just frustrated right now. And we had a lot of secrets on one another. And I always told them before this happened, I said, you know, we know so much about one another that if we was to ever get into any type of confusion or anything, one of us would have to leave. And I'm definitely not going back to New York because I'm getting money. So the only thing else is one of us will have to die. He was like, yo, I feel you. Because we knew a lot about one another. So now I got this deal coming up with this connect, like, yo, this crazy big deal. Like, yo, they want me to put up like, I had to put up like maybe about $2 million. They was going to hit me with like probably about, I say anywhere from like $6 million worth of coke in New York.
Produced by Contrast Productions.
It was like about $6 million. So they wanted me to put up like $2 million in our old phone. Okay. Right? So I had like 1.5. I put up like 1.5, and I was just telling my little man for him to just put up a $500,000. Okay. I was able to put up I could have put up the whole $2 million at that time. Okay. This would have just set us on the map and it was at like 11,000 a key, 10,000 a key. I could have came to DC and got 19,000 to dudes who I didn't really like, and the dudes who I was real cool with, I could have got 17, you know? Mm-hmm. That was like $6,000, $8,000 profit. So before this goes about, his anger is really building up with me and all that. He's not really feeling me like that anymore. And we really had stopped hanging out, you know, but I didn't really pay no attention to it. I'm saying I still got love for this kid and all that. So he tells somebody down in Lawton prison about this deal. He told somebody that he was cool with down there. Only thing he didn't know that the same person that he's telling, they know my man, Wayne. Mm-hmm. my man Wayne, he get to me and say, yo, you about to put a deal together in New York for this, that, and gonna put Gary. I said, what the hell? I said, how you know? He said, well, man, my man called me down from Lonny. He said, Gary told him that, yo, that you want to put this deal together and it ain't gonna go, you know, he gonna wind up doing you in the process. Just how much anger he built up for me. So I said, oh yeah. So my man was like, yo, I said, no, we got to do this right now. Can't just be running up on Gary in broad daylight. That's gonna come back to us. So we got to do this right, and we got to get him when nobody know. So my little man Gary, he had a little beef with somebody, and they just like maybe like a month earlier, they tried to kill him. And so he beats me one night and said, yo, kid, one of the kids' name was Jawbreaker out of DC, the kid named Jawbreaker. He said, yo, I know where Jawbreaker them at. This is Gary talking to us on the phone. Like, yo, I know where the kid Jawbreaker them at. They had such and such, such and such. I said, oh yeah. So I'm talking to him on the phone. I said, who you with? He said, yo, I'm by myself. I said, you got something? He said, yeah, I got 2 pistols with me now. I said, all right. I was with my man Wayne and like 2 other dudes that were under my man Wayne. So that was our perfect opportunity. My man Wayne was like, yo,
produced by Contrast Productions.
So we jump in this kid's MPV van, because we used to like using an MPV van because they had the little side compartments. We could throw the pistols in there if the police pull us over. Okay. Real quick. So we jump in the MPV van. So I'm driving because since I was like the best driver. So we go meet the kid Gary, because this is a perfect opportunity. Don't nobody know he's with us now. And when he come up missing, we can always be like, man, you know, I knew how to deny it quick. Okay. So we go get him. Boom. So we go get him. He gets into the MPV van. He parks his car, whatever. He parks his truck. He had the truck at the time. He parks his truck. I met him on, Florida Avenue. I go meet him on Florida Avenue by a Wendy's, I think it was. Okay.
That Wendy's is still up to this day. All this shit is crazy. I'm talking about this shit. All these landmarks, man.
Get a little revolver out of the stash, and I give it to the dudes that's sitting in back of my man Gary. So my man Gary, he's in the middle, but he don't know that we done slipped the revolver to the back to the kid who's gonna hit him in the head. We ran for about 5-10 minutes after we get the gas. Bang! My man hit him. I give the signal through the rearview mirror. My man hit him with the revolver, 2 in the head. All you hear is, ugh. Once he hit him, because the kid Gary was getting kind of sleepy, because it was about to be like, yo, we ain't gonna catch these dudes. So, you know, Gary was getting kind of sleepy, so he's like dozed off for a minute. So he never even seen it or felt it coming. So the kid hit him with the revolver, bow, bow. You know, so the bullets don't go nowhere, because in the revolver they don't pop out. Okay. So he hit him in the head twice. Down. Gary, he winds up shitting on himself. Okay. From his muscles relaxing. Okay. So, you know, he's stinking up the car and all that. So that's how the thing came out, that his dick was chopped off. So we had to find some woods. So I had to find somewhere to dump him at. So we wound up taking him in this park over on 16th Street in Northwest. Okay. I don't know if it's Potomac Park. I think it's called Potomac Park or something. So we wound up taking him over there. And I said, yo, man, we're going to leave him in the woods. So I said, yo. So we pull over in this real dark. I said, yo, take off his clothes, man, so they won't spot him through the clothes and all that. Take off his clothes and leave him naked in the woods. So we do that, and we dragging him through the woods naked. So he gets a couple of scratches on his body and his face and on his penis, because we taking him through the woods. We dragging him. So that's how it came about that they thought we chopped off his dick and all that. And I thought where we left him at was real cool, but we wound up leaving him next to some type of telephone.
But do you hear the detail? He's giving you the play-by-play. He said, when he shot him. He said, Gary said, after he got 2 bullets in his head. And he said he shit himself from his muscles relaxing. Man, that street shit, man. Listen, man. Man, that street shit get crazy, man. Like, let's continue the interview, man.
Some type of telephone box or something. The next day, just so happened that the telephone people was coming out to fix this box. And that's how they found him the next day.
So they said something about Demencio with your wife.
Huh?
Demencio.
Demencio was a situation where he...
Now, remember before the interview, I was talking about Demencio. Demencio, as I was saying, DC people were not too fond of people out of town, especially New Yorkers. But they loved the New Yorkers that came in with respect. And Demencio from Brooklyn came with a lot of respect. He was actually very loved in Washington, D.C. And we're about to hear what happens to him.
Really disrespected himself, and he disrespected other people, and that's why that happened to him. Okay. Yeah, he thought he was tougher than what he really was. But I ain't play with them Brooklyn dudes.
You ain't play with them?
Nah. I ain't. They were cool. I had some cool ones that came up out of Brooklyn, but I just always remembered as a kid how Brooklyn used to like to rob you and all that.
Right.
How they was always known for robbing you. So that kind of like stuck with me in my time. But I met some cool getting money dudes out of Brooklyn without a doubt.
Okay. Who hit him?
My man that was down with
Wayne Perry?
Not Wayne, but the kids that was up on the Wayne. Wayne. Too many people knew him as far as right there, so we got one of his little soldiers to hit him. But I was shaking his hand. I gave him. I told him, I said, when you see me shaking his hand, I nod my head. You hit him right.
You never feared that one of the bullets would slip off and maybe hit you?
No, I didn't care about that. I was shaking his hand. It was enough because they walked right up on him. I mean, it wasn't no like from a distance. As I was shaking his hand, they walked right on him and put the gun right to his forehead and blasted him.
Was it in the daytime?
Yeah, daytime. Broad day after a basketball game. I just got finished playing basketball in a basketball tournament.
So now did that put the police right on you?
Well, they were already on me, so that just like let them know. Because later on, when they finally arrested me, they was like, "Man, you was killing off everybody." So that just gave them. They was already looking for me, so that was just something else that they put in their book, like another one.
Didn't y'all kill someone else that was from your crew?
His name was Andre.
Right. Well,
yeah, we killed him. Yeah, we killed Andre. And this guy was spending a lot of money, man. Killed him for two reasons, actually. One is he was messing with my man Gary's girl.
Okay.
And we told him to leave her alone.
Okay.
That was the main reason, because he was messing with my man Gary's girl. We found out about it. So being that he was dealing with me, I kind of like was able to talk to my man Gary and tell Gary like, "Yo, check this out. Dude is spending money with me. Just chill out. We're not gonna do nothing to him." So I went.
He's spending good money?
Huh?
He's spending good money?
Man, the man was spending about $400,000 every month with me. Whew. About $400,000 every month. At least that. He found out that I was messing with his girl. He came to kind of like put it together and found out, but he never said nothing. Now, he met my man's girl somewhere, somehow, and he booked her, and they was doing their thing. And the girl, Caprice, was kind of like, she was starting to get real unhappy with my man Gary, because he really had her on lockdown, kept her in the house with the baby and all that. She couldn't really do nothing and all that. We had bought her a convertible BM and all that, but she couldn't really drive it. When she drove it, she had to be certain places. So he really had her on lock and had her scared. So this kid Andre met her, whatever, and I guess. So we found out about it. My man Gary found out about it. And he called me. This when we was tight like that. He called me. He was like, "Yo, Paul, I need to talk to you." I said, "All right." So I met him or whatever. He's like, "Yo, this nigga Tank messing with my girl. This and that, man. I'm going to step to him. He know that's my people and all that." I said, "Hold up, Gary. Let me." And my man Gary was like, "Yo, that's it." He was ready to just take him out. So because he knew that was Gary's baby mother, and you didn't do that.
Right.
So, and I'm boning Andre's girl. So I'm like, "Oh man." So let me go talk to him first. And again, the kid Andre never said nothing to me. He knew I was boning him. He never said nothing to me. So, and he wasn't no tough guy. And he didn't, he was about getting $1. So
okay.
I went to go talk. I said, "Yo, Andre, check this out. Me and you doing business. Money's good. This and that. But yo, you got to stop boning Gary's girl, man. You got to stop messing with her, man, because he knows he's upset, and he giving fair warning. I mean, he's letting this one go because he don't believe y'all had sex or whatever, and I don't even want to know. But whatever you're doing with her, let it go, man. It ain't worth it, man." He was like, "Yo, I hear you, good looking out, this and that." He told me this straight in my face. About 2-3 weeks passed. My man Gary called me, "Ken." He beat me. "Yo, come see me, man." So I go meet him. Kid Andre got to die, man. Check this out. Dude doing it again, man. He's still seeing Caprice and this and that. I said, "All right, man." He said, "Man, this time I want to talk to him." So I said, "All right, no problem." So I had a deal with the kid Andre for about 270.
Okay.
About 270,000 this day. He wanted some drugs. So I said, "Yo, we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to meet him, take care of this business with him, and you can talk to him at the same time."
Okay.
So I go meet the kid.
Produced by
We go meet the kid at my favorite spot over there, Minnesota and Pennsylvania Avenue, over there by the Amazon. I told Gary, I said, "Just chill, man. Let me go talk to him." I had my 5.0 this day. I said, "Let me go talk to him, and then you come." So I got into the truck. I told the kid Andre, I said, what's up, man? I said, everything all right? He said, yeah. I said, well, what's going on, man? You back? He said, nah, this and that. So my man Gary, here come my man Gary. As I'm talking to the kid Andre jumped into the back of the caravan to go get the money out and all that. Okay. And I was over in the passenger seat. So my man Gary, he comes from out my car, which he was in the passenger, and comes around through the driver's side to the empty seat. So the kid Andre is coming from the back seat to the middle seat now with the bag of money. Mm-hmm. So as soon as the kid Andre turns around to look at me and let me know that the bag that my man Gary is coming in the car and hit him right in the head. Boom! My man Gary was strapped all the time. He knew he was going to kill him, but he knew not to tell me because I was going to tell him, no, don't do that. So now I'm like, oh, Gary, what the hell? He was like, yo, man, the hell with that dude, man. He was this and that, disrespect. I said, all right. But in my mind, I'm saying, yeah, you're right. Because now I got the girl all to myself. So we killed two birds with one. I'm saying I'm going to miss the money, but I got the girl now, too. I got the 270 now. So I take the money. I said, man, what the hell? I take the money. He had a Rolex on. We left all that. I said, man, follow me in the car, man. Go. I said, here, take this bag. Take the car. Follow me. So we drove about 5-6 blocks away from that area. Right. And like in a residential area, nice quiet block. Just threw him down on the floor. Wiped off everything that we touched and all that. And just left him there. And they found him like 3 days later, because from the stench of the body and all that. Because it was like summertime, so his body started stinking and they found him.
Did the girl think that you did that?
No, she didn't think it at first. Because she beat me. As soon as she found out, it was like, yo, they killed Andre. She crying. So, I'm like, hold on, boo-boo, don't worry about it. We're going to find out who did that.
Mm-hmm. With him describing all these murders in detail and how he just makes it like it's a video game, like GTA just shooting niggas, like getting rid of niggas. The thing is, all these people got families that are still grieving these people to this day. They are interviewed with Andre. He just talked about his son. Again, you can check out my viral video, most popular video on my page. 2-part series about Spark Ears out of Washington, D.C. Northeast from Trinidad, explaining who Tank was and his experience with Alpo and all of that. I do have that on my page, but, those were very gruesome times, very violent, very cold, cutthroat times, man. Although it was a lot of money going on, it was some different times, man. And those families are still to this day grieving, and this is why Alpo. I mean, not that I've known of all the OGs and active niggas and niggas who really, Alpo is a no good in Washington D.C. Even Kirkbone, like all of them, it's a no go in Washington D.C. for this guy. But I digress. Let's continue the interview.
So I'm going over there, comforting her and telling her to calm down and this and that. And so now we got that 270, and I give my man 100,000. I keep 170, and that was that on that one.
That was that on that one.
Yeah, he violated as far as my man telling him to stay away from his daughter's mother. And he wouldn't listen. Yeah.
How many are you actually charged with?
14.
14 homicides?
14 murders, yeah.
Which are they?
7 or 8 in D.C. and the rest was in New York, like some of the stick-up kids.
Okay.
And
so how'd they find out about the stick-up kids in New York?
Well, that's what I'm seeing. But now my situation, now we get into that, my situation. Now, I want to take this opportunity to just, 2 rumors that was always around about, and make sure this goes in there, Antoine.
Okay.
2 rumors that was always out about me. That one was, I don't know if you ever, that I was dying of AIDS in prison.
I heard that.
Okay, that's false. Okay. I'm healthier than I ever was. Okay. And the other one, a lot of people, Poe is snitching, Poe is telling. Yes, if that's what you want to call it, then that's what you call it. But Poe calls it looking out for Poe.
Okay.
I'm doing what I gotta do for me, and for the people that read this and read the article, or the once upon a time friends that I thought I had, and they look at it and say, "Yo, Poe went out like a sucker," or Poe went out like this. In life, you make choices, and sometimes those choices are good and they're bad. You follow me?
I follow you.
But And I thought at the time when I did what I had to do for me, I thought I definitely had to understand that what I'm doing ain't right, but that's what I needed to do for me.
Right.
I've truly come to accept that I made the right choice.
Did at any point Rafus himself try to send anybody out?
Nah, me and him never had no problems because when he was out, he had so much of the town locked, I wasn't really a threat to him.
How many different crews tried to kill you in D.C.?
In D.C., I probably had about 3 different crews trying to come at me, and they was coming at me, but they wasn't for real though, because they knew who I had with me, man. They knew I had killers, man. They knew I had killers. They knew I was bossing my gun too.
Do you ever feel at any time that they may get together and try to kidnap you?
What, Wayne and them?
Right.
No.
If Wayne was so loyal, why'd you flip on him then?
Government. They wasn't dealing with Alpo on well, we're going to give you 10 years, Mr. Martinez, or we're going to give you 15 years, or even 20 years. No. They wanted me for the death penalty. They was trying to look to give me the death penalty, or if they couldn't succeed with the death penalty, they was going to try to give me the rest of my natural life in jail. Because we had murders. We had 2 murders. We had murders 2 blocks away from the White House.
What was that about?
Huh? That was about a female. That was a female. She wasn't really. That was about a female. But my man was so crazy that this female, when we killed this big drug dealer in D.C., that was the guy earlier. I told you the kid Michael Frey. When we took him out, it was such a big deal. That was such a big thing that this hooker started. I'm not even gonna call her hooker. This female started running her mouth about a situation that she didn't really know nothing about, and my man got so upset at that he just said, you know what, she gotta go. She talking too much. And it was after a Keith Sweat concert. It was at this place called Constitution Hall.
Constitution Hall. God damn, this nigga is explaining the city in detail. Yeah, he really was out there. Constitution Hall is a lot of concerts. I actually saw Mike Epps 2 years ago at Constitution Hall. I got a ticket. I went dolo too. I caught the Uber, Constitution Hall, and it was pretty lit. I really enjoyed myself. Yeah. That nigga on point with the landmarks.
Constitution Hall. And that's like 2 blocks away from the White House. And he just left for there.
He just left for there? Why'd you kill Michael Frey?
Michael Frey was someone who was about to get back in position in D.C., and he had a little cleanup list of people who he needed to eliminate for him to be back in power like that again. And I was the first one at the top of his list.
Okay.
Get rid of me. And how I found out about that is that he didn't know I was feeding somebody in his camp. I was looking out for somebody in his camp because he couldn't take care of him, and they got the information back to my man, and my man got it to me. And that same person that was in his camp wound up killing him for me.
Okay. Now, the murders that you're charged with in D.C., which ones are those?
Like I said, those 8 of them. We go into more detail on them, but 8 of them are in New York. 8 of them are in D.C. and I think 2 was in Maryland, and the rest was in New York. It came out to 14 that I copped out to. And when I say copped out to, when in my position as far as doing what I had to do for me, as far as testifying and all that, and I had to confess to those murders. I had to tell those murders.
How would they get the New York murders?
Well, because that's all one. New York comes to D.C. and they give the investigation. When the feds are investigating you, they investigate everything.
But how would they know all of that?
From me.
Oh, okay.
Once you take the position that I've taken, you have to tell it all. Things they didn't know I had said them, because if it came a time later on that they found out about it, then whatever agreement, whatever situation that they gave me, they can take it back and take me back to court.
Okay.
It was that kind of thing. Like for 4 of the murders in New York, I got immunity.
Got immunity?
Yeah, I basically almost got like immunity because they just added them to the murders in D.C.
Okay. Now, let me ask you another thing. They said also in New York that our preacher extorted you and Rich.
Right. Now, yeah, let's cover that real quick. Preacher never took 2 pennies from me. Now, Antoine, like I said, I'm here telling you that I'm telling and all, so there's no reason for me to hold back anything from you. The preacher never took one penny from
Produced by
output.
Contrast Productions.
Never, ever. He would have took 2 bullets before he took any kind of money from me. Preacher, now, his situation with Rich was different. Preacher took care of some murders for Rich. No, Preacher, I was real cool with the guy that Preacher killed named Terry. That was his partner.
Okay.
I was messing with his goddaughter named Vanessa, this girl named Vanessa, and they never came at me for any kind of extortion. One time, Preacher came and asked me for like a half a key of coke, and I never even got it to him because I was so much in and out of town, I wasn't even thinking about him. No. My little man, my man that I told you earlier that was the stick-up kid with me and all that, he had Preacher. He knew Preacher. He was going to kill Preacher. Preacher never took a penny from me. Even now in my position, some people came to see me about Preacher, and they was asking me like, yo, the Preacher, so I could have benefited from there if I wanted to and just said, yeah, but no, Preacher never took any kind of money from me. He always thought AZ was a punk. He always used to call AZ a punk. He knew what I was about. He knew what I was about, so he didn't even come at me like that. And as far as Rich, him and Rich had an understanding because of Apple being Richard's nephew, and Richard paid him like $10,000 before he came home or something to kill this kid, Sean Moe. They killed him coming out of 145th Street Garage in St. Nick.
Okay.
So him and Rich had that situation, and then he was right around the corner in 148th Street. But I don't ever remember Rich even giving him any money. So, and see the thing with the Preacher, Antoine, I don't care if you was talking to him. If somebody rode by you and seen you talking to Preacher, they automatically said he was getting money from you.
Right.
That's how that was. That's how his rep was. It was so strong like that as far as extortion. But if anybody that really knows me, they know I'm not paying nobody nothing. Right. It's easier for me to tell him to meet me and pick up the money and just put 2 in his head. Come on. That was the case. I could have brought my man Wayne from D.C. If I didn't even want to, I could have brought him from D.C. They don't know Wayne. Wayne would have walked right up on him, hit him 3 times, and then piss on him. I ain't caring about no damn Preacher. He respected me the same way I respected him.
What was it like where did the feds catch you at?
They caught me in D.C.
In D.C.?
Yeah.
They said it was on Pennsylvania Avenue? Or Minnesota? Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania Avenue, yeah. Pennsylvania, Minnesota, yeah. Minnesota and Pennsylvania, yeah.
What was that experience like?
That experience, that was a scary experience for me because, just the feds, I know once they came, I knew it was over. They was lamping outside this apartment. They was lamping outside this house I used to be at a lot. This dude used to cook. He was a good cook. He was a faggot. Mm-hmm. And his name was Manny. Manny was a good guy. He was a homo though. He was gay. Okay. Everyone knew him in D.C. And the guy Frey that I talked about that we killed, mm-hmm. his girlfriend, her name was the same girl that Rich used to mess with. This was one of the girls that Rich used to mess with named Inga. Okay. She was messing with the kid Frey now. So now after he gets killed, later on the line, the feds run up in her house. They had heard he got killed, so they had heard that I may have killed him because I wanted to be with her. Oh. So they ran up in her spot. So when they ran up in her spot and told her that, she was like, oh yeah, he might have had something to do with it. Well, he don't be here. He be at Manny's house all the time. Right. So what they did was they started checking out Manny's spot. And they caught me coming there a couple of times, but they didn't move in at that point. They wanted to make sure that it was me. So this one night they was lamping outside the joint. I was waiting for her, and in the process that I was waiting for her, the kid Manny came outside, and we were sitting in his Cadillac because I was waiting for my wife to pull up, and this dude walked past the car. Black dude, it was around 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I'm like, man, what the hell? What he doing walking by? So I'm strapped. So I get the 9. I was carrying like 2 9s with me, so I pulled them joints out. The kid Manny was like, what you gonna do? I said, no, I just don't trust this dude right here. So I got my 9s with me and all that, and so he disappears. My wife pulls up. She's driving a rental car, so I get in because I had took all the cars back from her, so she couldn't get to none of the cars. Mm-hmm. I had took her BMs and all that. So I go on the passenger side of the rental, and I get in. I said, yo, go ahead, drive. I told Manny I'll see him later. I went up in the rental talking to her. I told her to drive. So as she's driving, I see a great Thunderbird coming back of her. You make that turn. You make that left. So the light is green now. Now she's moving a little something. It goes to yellow. I said, okay, now speed up and make this left. So when she made the left, she almost turned in like going the wrong way up the street. Okay. So I grabbed the steering wheel and jerked it back to the right lane, to where the traffic is going the right way. So right across the street, right across from the corner that we made the turn, there's a Amoco gas station on Pennsylvania and Minnesota.
Okay.
So they got a police car in there. They knew that I wouldn't pull over for no regular car. So what they did was they sent a police car at me. And in my mind, I wasn't driving. My wife was driving. So in my mind, I'm saying, okay, I got fake ID. I had about 10 different IDs. And my wife had her license, so I'm saying, well, you ain't really do nothing, so just pull over and we gonna see what they gonna say. You made a mistake, and we on our merry way. But the feds was behind them all the time. The feds had said, they told me later on that we knew we couldn't just pull you over in any old kind of car, so a regular police car you may pull over for. And when I stepped out, they jumped out the trees and out the restaurant, and all kind of cars came and this and that. But I tried to jump back in the car, and my wife tried to throw the car in drive, but she never got it in drive. She just got it down to neutral, and the car was just revving real high. And they snatched her out the door and pulled her through the window, and they threw me on the floor. And the feds, and then one of the agents was like, "Give us that famous smile." And I just looked up at them and gave them a smile. They was like, "Yeah, that's him." Yeah. And they had and when I went to the federal building, they had a can of Alpo on their table.
A can of Alpo.
Yeah, they gave a can of Alpo to the federal agent who finally got me. The van that they had an old van sitting outside this faggot's house. And when I finally got knocked, they opened that joint up, and that joint had top of the line technology. It had like a scope up in there, all type of surveillance equipment and all that. But the joint looked like a raggedy old van. So they was definitely surveilling the joint from the girl telling her that I'd be down there a lot. And that's how they got me. That's how they got me that night, November 6th, 1991. Over to DC jail and all that. I'm in DC jail for a little while. I'm, my name. They starting to hear that I'm up in there, and because the kid Rayful, he had just maybe like 2 years before, he had just left the joint. Like I said, he was like one of the biggest dudes coming up out of DC. I'm hooking up with some of the dudes that I used to deal with on the street. They brothers are in there, so they strong. A couple of little beefs was trying to take off for the kid Michael Frey. His nephew was in there, and a couple other dudes that was rolling with him. So they was trying to, like, yo, did you kill my uncle and this and that? But nothing never came about that because I was a little too much. I was a little too strong for them at that time.
You're strong. You had a little crew in there.
Yeah, I had to. Like I said, my man. Yeah. My man and them brother and them, they were strong. Then my man Wayne. Okay. He did is send the word to the jail like, yo, my man is up there. Make sure he's right. Right. So the unit they had me and dudes like, yo, don't worry about nothing, bro. You all right? Okay. And like I said, my man, little brother, he doing like 40 with the feds now. I think he just caught another body. He was strong, so I didn't really have nothing to worry about. But then they snatched me up out of there. They took me to Virginia. They snatched me. Now it was time for me they was extraditing me to Virginia to the original complaint, which was Nut. Right. Rich and them cousin. Now I'm over in Alexandria Detention Center, sitting for months, just sitting, not knowing what the hell is going on. My lawyer's telling me, well, they got you for this, they got you for that. So in that, I'm thinking, okay, I can fight this over here. This ain't really nothing. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't do all this over here. I'm thinking, DC not really coming. They got me for something in Virginia. What DC was doing was just building their case and was going to just add to this Virginia thing. So once I was in that system, they had people willing to come testify. Once I'm in jail, they had people willing to come testify against me, and other crews before me were going to try, and they was coming back with natural life and all. So my lawyer was like, look, you really need to make a decision. And I was trying to fight them. I was going through all the preliminaries as far as what kind of evidence they had on me, what their case was. I was really taking it to the point where I'm going to see if I can fight these people. And my lawyer was like, look, your ace in the hole is if they ever ask you to tell, you really need to think about that. And that wasn't until like 8, 9, almost a year later that I decided to do that. So my lawyer came back at me and was like, look, they trying to make a deal, man. They really want Wayne Perry. They want you, but they also want Wayne Perry. And if you got anything good on Wayne Perry, they're willing to make a deal with you. So I was like the less of two evils. Me and Wayne, we were both evil to them, but I was the less. Right. Evil one. Like, we can sleep with him, but we can't do nothing with Wayne Perry. Right. We got to prosecute one of them, so I'd rather us prosecute Wayne Perry. But then when them crackers wanted me, they put the full court press on me. We gonna hit you with the death penalty. We know we got you for this murder. We got you for that murder. This is the capital punishment right here. We gonna get you. I'm sitting up in there like, yo, the hell am I gonna do? And I'm talking to my lawyer. My lawyer like, yo, your ace in the hole is Wayne Perry because they asking about him and this and that. I'm saying, yo, we're not going there right now. here's 70,000, 80,000. Let's get this thing rolling and all that. And then they started bringing in the wife, talking about going to mess with Mama Duke and the sister and the niece. I said, oh.
Hope y'all enjoyed that. Yeah. Damn, I expect for it to go through the whole thing. It was that good, and I knew y'all was tuned in, and I didn't want to cut that short. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Wayne Perry, one of the niggas that was holding him down, ratted him out, and just that whole story alone, man, just shit, man. That shit's fucking crazy, bro. Like niggas nowadays, I mean, you know, niggas give it up. I get it, you know, but that whole time in power, that was a different era, man. And again, not even just in DC, you know, even New York for the people he's killed, you know, or just the people in general that died. Because Alpo and Wayne Perry, let me set something straight, you know. It's just because Alpo is the popular name because of the movie Paid in Full, you know, he gets to shine, but it's nothing to really shine about street shit. But he wasn't the only killer out there. It was about fucking 20 different crews laying doing the same thing, murdering. And a lot of these, you know, crews, a lot of these kids and a lot of these people have kids out here and they're locked up. They ain't never getting out, or people have died and these people, his families are still hurt. That whole drug era in the 80s, mid 80s, late 80s, 90s, it was truly sad, man. But yeah, I really hope y'all enjoyed that. Again, make sure y'all check the my most popular video. It's a 2-part series. One has 19,000 views, the other has 72,000. Check out Spark Ears and his side of the story. Side of the story regarding Alpo. You can go ahead and check that right on my page. It's kind of late, 4:27 on East Coast time. You know what I'm saying? So, you dig? I'm going to go sit down and get ready for the rest of this day. Got some things planned, I think, but right now I'm really tired. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for coming through. If you came in late, check the rebroadcast. We had a good time, as we always do over here at Ka-bal TV. And see you guys later. Yeet!